Hear the voice of the bard, who present, past, and future sees, whose ears have heard the holy word that walked amongst the ancient trees, calling the lapsed soul and weeping in the evening dew, that might control the starry pole and falling light renew. O earth, return, arise out of the dewy grass. Night has worn and the morn rises from the slumberous mass. Turn away no more, while wilt thou turn away? The starry floor, the watery shore, is given thee to the break of day. Good to be with you. ELP, how are you doing? Are you doing okay? Yesterday you had some struggles. Hope you're doing well. You've been in my thoughts. Found. Good to see you. And Mycelin Mushrooms is here. Hello, my son. Jose Garcia. Oh, sup, dude. Oh my. What's up with the like button? Help a bot out when you come in. Go up and give it a touch right up at the top of your screen. I do this for a living, and I'll be here with you for another 2 hours or so. What am I doing? Spiritual entertainment, my friend. Comedy and spirituality together here 7 days a week for your entertainment leisure. Talk to you about whatever you want. You want to talk about movies, music, culture, Dungeons and Dragons, gaming. I do all of that stuff. Modern druidry, all of that stuff. I engage the culture with my spirituality and try to put a smile on your face while doing it. Praise the cheese, Shagaroth. Praise the cheese. Yes, good morning to you, Joshua Graham Mesner, 6666. Good to see you. Let's see. Is that a pre-journey prep talk? It can be. Are we not all on a journey? Are we all not doing this? See, most people live their day in a way that they're just trying to get to the next one. And when they get to that day, what are they doing? They're going to the next one. They're going to the next one. The day should be an invitation to go deeper into the mystery of life, the rising and the dying of the sun, the cycle of the daily light and the darkness. That is an invitation for you to go deep, my friend. The moment in your life is given to you with all graciousness and welcoming. Are you going to take its hand? Are you going to take that journey? Good morning to you. Pickling his drum today. Good to see you, Pickles the drummer. Good to see you. You were crushing it on 7 days. Yeah, I got real tired at the end. I was kind of quiet towards the end of the stream last night. I was quite intoxicated from all of this, the salvation I was bringing to the zombie folks, right? It's a hard work trying to save souls, right? Spiritual entertainment. Farmer Fiona is here. Good to see you. Fiona the bard. She's a bard now. She is now doing the work of her ancestors, taking people on journeys within. You feel better? Not sure you're fully clear yet. But I do feel slightly better. Did you have like a panic attack or something like that? Your heart was racing, it couldn't stop, right? And your chest was tightening up, yeah? Those things are quite common, right? I remember when I was like 30 years old, I thought I was having a heart attack. I had my wife take me up to the hospital. It turned out to be a panic attack. I did not know what that means. I did not know that I suffered from anxiety problems most of my life. And that was like the climax of it. And realizing, how do I deal with this, right? How do I heal, right? Because it's based on your psychology, right? The physical responds to your psychological state. And so I had to learn to cope with my anxiety, to see it in a way that it doesn't have power over me, to tell myself it's going to be okay and to heal. And I don't know if that's what you dealt with, but I'm just speaking in general. People deal with anxiety. I've met lots of people that later in life, their heart starts racing, they have trouble breathing, and they don't know why. And it's anxiety. It catches up to you at some point in your life. Don't forget, my friends, look at that like button up there. What's going on with that? Help a bot out. Go up and give it a touch. You're about to look at your video, Baldy's Basics. Yeah, that was pretty boring. Baldy's Basics was boring. I don't know if you want to waste your time with that video. I've been trying out different horror genre games that my son and I used to play a long time ago, and Baldy's Basics was boring, very, very boring. I didn't find very much entertainment value in it. Um, let's see here. Now, when that game came out, it was pretty popular, and the developer, when he brought it on Steam, he made it too damn expensive. That was a dumb move. He was acting like it was quality content. It's not quality. It's all fun. I mean, in terms of its presentation was something of a cultural phenomenon. It wasn't worth $30 to pay for the game. I said, if you put this game at $9, you will make a killing. And he's like, well, I believe in my content. Well, now, where's your content now, right? You could have made millions and millions of dollars off of it, right? Am I a Jew? Yes, I am a gay Jew, a sorcerer. Did the Star of David give it away behind me here? This is the Israeli flag that I have behind me here. You just scroll, orca. You like whales, right? Whales are quite intelligent, right? My gift to you. It wasn't a panic attack, but I was panicked because of the symptoms. I will message you personally, let you know I'm doing better now, though. Hopefully it won't stay that way. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm glad that you're doing better. What have you dropped into? Death Moon, you have dropped into spiritual entertainment. I'm a comedian, and I use my spirituality to bring that experience to you. You rebuke this in Jesus' mighty name. Well, my demons want proper grammar before they are cast out. Rebucking them, that's like going and it's like they want to get on a rut with you. That's like rutting. You're mentioning rebucks. I'm thinking about going out in the fields now and looking for deer to rut with. You have to have a proper formula for my demons to be exercised, sir, when you're doing your casting out of devils. You are part of the nationalist socialist. No, I rebuke this demonic person in Jesus' name. I take away all bad things and all holy things in the name of Jesus. All right, thank you. The demons are still here. You need to try harder. The demons are still here. They are not impressed by your Christianity. Look at your Christianity. You're sorry. What a sorry Christian are. You know what I'm talking about. I could see right through the screen at your lifestyle that you live. You live in a continual experience of guilt and shame because you have a certain problem. You know what it is. You have a certain thing that you know that your God doesn't like, but you keep saying you're forgiven, right? You are really pathetic. You're holding on to this immaturity in your life, and you're not really healing from it. You're using your religion as an excuse to keep doing it, right? It's time to grow up, sir. And when you grow up, maybe my demons will listen to you. But for now, they think you're a powerless and pathetic Christian. My part of the Workers' Party, yes. Me and Stalin, we get it. We are lovers. Where are we at here? The Annie reboot was your favorite reboot to take. Oh yeah, we had Annie on yesterday, right? Yeah, I am the most exercised man in human history, and I have all the evidence for it. Every day someone casts the devil out on me here, and I've recorded it. And I have a playlist called Daily Exorcism, where you could see all the Christians and their powerful casting out of devils. I mean, they're all weak and pathetic. Good morning to you, my good friend Steve here. Was going to help me take care of my YouTube Premium. We were able to scrounge up some money and taking care of it ourselves. So thank you, Steve, for your generosity and desire to help me. I really appreciate that. But my wife says, okay, let's get it. We got some money now. So we got the YouTube Premium. It's a nuisance because it interferes with my conversation. Like I use another monitor to have conversation with you, and the commercials come on. I'm constantly seeing erectile dysfunction commercials all goddamn day. I mean, all day, erectile, and they're not homosexual ED commercials. They are heterosexual. I want to see gay erectile dysfunction commercials. Where are they at? Do gay people like having boners too? I mean, why do I have to see all these heterosexual ED commercials all day long? It just isn't fair. It's not fair at all. We play D&D here, certainly. I love Dungeons and Dragons. I've been a dungeon master. I played D&D. My first box set was in like 1986. I love Dungeons and Dragons, but that's not what I'm doing right now. I would talk to you about it, certainly. Friday nights here, we stream D&D. I play, we got about a year long. We've been together, my group, a year. We've been going. We're going to keep going. We level up once a year now. So next March, my group will level up to level 6 because this is a long-term campaign. We're going to go at least 20 years is my goal, right? And watching all these people grow together, right? You can always cheat and read the chat from the Brave browser. Yeah. Well, it's the problem's taken care of. So I'm very grateful for that. On here too, ED ads everywhere. Yeah. I mean, what if where's all the gay ED ads? Gay men like to have erections too, right? We wouldn't be able to play swords and shit like that. So where are all the gay ED ads? Where we are. I don't care about your politics. He's way behind reading chat. No, I'm not. I'm right in the front here. I think I am an amazing DM. Once you get me in your game, you never want any other DMs. I mean, I know how to immerse people in the world, right? I walked away from D&D for 3 years to pursue more time in meditation and prayer. And I had people calling me, we'll give you money, come back, come back. For 3 years, I played no games at all. And that was until last year. And then my community said, will you be our DM? I said, okay, I will play. We'll stream some D&D together. I know how to immerse people in the world. Now, in terms of strategy and rules and shit, I'm not that person. I'm not the chess player. I am the theater. I run my game like a theater. And I do use combat. The combat is always rough and tough and tumble. And I always make it where someone's always about to die or does die. That's how difficult the combat is. But we do like an hour of role play, and the rest is for exploration and combat. Usually 2-hour sessions is what I normally do in my games. Beyond that, I start getting tired because I'm old. We played like last month when we hit 50K subscribers. We had an 8-hour session of D&D that we streamed here, and I was tired. I was so worn out at the end and in pain. Am I married and have kids? Yeah, I've been married for going on 27 years. And I have 8 children, 3 grandchildren. My oldest daughter, she is married. My oldest son is about to get married. My youngest child, he's 11. Do you think Richard Simmons was hot? I think Richard Simmons was a wonderful human being. And he gave his heart to the world. Richard Simmons was a wonderful human being. He did so much for people. And what was sad is, people weren't interested in him as a person. They were only, this is the problem when you are a giver. It's hard to find friendship. It's hard to find peers when you're in that place of always giving to others. And he lived in isolation at the end of his life, right? Richard Simmons was a wonderful human being and brought lots of hope and joy. And he'd kick your ass for saying that, right? He could kick your ass. You don't want to mess with Richard Simmons, right? It's about fun story with Badia. Ice cream sprinkles. Do I have to cast a spell to fluff your staff up? No, I just whip it out. It gets all ready. Zerg, good to see you. Bunny on a stick. Zerg always makes these wonderful parody videos of myself and the things I do. Go check out his channel. Bunny on a stick, yeah. Bunny on a stick, yeah. You fell asleep during the England football match? Yeah. I heard they lost, right? They lost, what, to Argentina or something, right? Sorry that your team lost. Yeah. Jesus loves me. Wonderful. That's great. Yeah. Where is the pastor who plays video? Stole his channel. You saw me last night. Yeah, I'm retired clergy. Um, and last night, as a parody, we go down. We played 7 Days to Die, and I created a Christian 7 Days to Die server. So I wear my clergy shirt to go convert zombies. I have one in game and I have one out of game that I wear. I never thought I'd put that on again, right? The clergy shirt. Let's see here. May I ask, what did you start the bard character? It's interesting. Well, the bard is part of my ancestors. I am in an order of bards, the order of bards, Ovites, and druids. It is a modern druidry. My ancestors were bards. My ancestors were druids. My ancestors were Celts. I'm not a Celt, but I honor them by these symbols that you see here. You got, Teleus in here, the symbol of the goddess Caledon. You got the pentacle, the blue cloak of bards. I got the triskelion here. These are all things to honor my ancestors. I celebrate the wheel of the year as a way to honor them. I'm not a Celt. I'm just an entertainer, but I do the bardic tradition in my own way. Unlike my ancestors, who were mostly into reading poetry and shit like that. I don't give a shit about your Quran. If you can't prove the creed exists, you think I don't give a shit about that stuff. The idea of proving anything is not our responsibility. Whatever God is, God has the responsibility to reveal itself to you, right? You hear about these experiences of people all the time. God showing up, right? That's God's responsibility, right? In whatever capacity and fashion. That's what happened to me. I mean, I didn't go looking. I didn't go seeking. It came to me. It revealed itself to me. And that was when I was 20 years old, right? Explain the rabbit again. Well, in the tale of Teleus, you have this goddess Caledon, right? This ancient Welsh lady who was a conjurer. She had a son who was named Morthrin, and he didn't have the life skills that she was looking for. Let's put it that way. And so she wanted to create a magical brew that would help him to become this powerful and wise bard. And it took a whole year to brew, and she hired out an older gentleman and his acolyte to come take care of it. The Mordra and Guion, and they were commissioned to stir the pot, this cauldron of the Awen. And at one point, some of it sprayed out and landed on his hand, and he sucked his fingers, and that was it. He received all of that power of magic, of the Awen, of that inspiration. And Caledon was pissed because that was for her son. So you have this mythology of transformation. He becomes a rabbit. She becomes what? The hound chasing him. He dives into the water, becomes a fish. She becomes a badger. Then he becomes a little sparrow, and she becomes the hawk. And then he flies down and becomes a grain of wheat, and she turns into a hen and eats it up. And then he is reborn within her. He becomes a new person. She is pregnated by him. I mean, a lot of this mythology is very sexual, right? She gives birth to him, and she's not mad at him anymore, but she does let him go, and she puts him in a little leather casing and throws him into the ocean. And he is discovered by a prince. He opens up this little satchel, and this radiance he has seen, and he calls him Taliesin, which means radiant brow. And this person comes out, he's speaking all kinds of poetry and stuff. He was the greatest bard of the land amongst my ancestors. So he has this mythology built around him, right? And this is a mythology that you can find in all spiritualities about transformation, about renewal, about inspiration. And so that is, the rabbit is a very powerful symbol of the goddess Keridwen. You've seen demons, they definitely exist. Yeah. God isn't real, Josh. A white has no superiority over, fuck off. Your good morning, Bod. Question. If I praise Cthulhu, will he give me all the money and women I want? Yes. Yeah. It works for me. I get all the homosexual dates I can deal with because of Lord Cthulhu. Ara, good to see you. Bard, you are meant for Hollywood cinema. I need to see you on the big screen. Yeah, you just want to see my penis. That's what you want to see. You know, it was interesting. I read an article. I shared it on my Discord server. George Lucas, he says, AI is the future of cinema. If you don't like it, fuck off. Basically, is what he said. And he is right. He understands the use of technology in the art of making movies, right? Now, this, of course, is going to leave people without jobs. I mean, this happens whenever we discover a new technology. But, you know, in terms of art and the theater, the old-fashioned theater is going to rise up because people will want that authenticity. People who make art. If you're an artist right now, you're starving, right? Because the art world is very competitive because everyone's an artist, right? You will find that because of AI, you as an artist will begin to thrive because people will want the authentic. They will want it. So this is a good and a bad thing for your future. As George Lucas said, AI is here to stay. Get on board with it or be left behind. All your bitching and whining about it isn't going to do shit. It's not going anywhere. Mind your way here, honey? What is bro talking about? Spiritual entertainment. Then we bring out as a child and we allow you to teach your maturity. What are we teaching here? What are we teaching here? Where the mods at chat getting crazy? We got mods here. We got a couple of mods here. I don't see anything crazy here. Do you? Jamming to Oblivion, always Tracy. Tracy, Oblivion, I play it all day long. When I'm taking a shit, it's on. When I'm taking a shower, when I'm driving my kids to school, when I'm making love to my wife's boyfriend, it's always playing in the background. The Oblivion. Take your Quran bullshit somewhere else. We're not interested. We're not interested. If you want to talk to me about, I like Sufi Islam. You want to talk about Sufi Islam? You know, you quoting that shit. I ignore it. Every time someone quotes a scripture, I ignore it. I don't read it. So you're wasting your goddamn time. You want to talk about your spirituality, that's fine. I'm not interested in your fundamentalist religion. Let's see here. Age, grant additional life, no life, whatever. You're so funny. I am, right? I am a comedian, right? This is what I do. Comedy is my thing, right? There's not a lot of comedy and spirituality, right? You find the perfect balance here. A lot of people with spirituality, they're all serious all the time. Like my fellow Druids, they're all into meditation and stuff like that. I represent the comedy branch of Obid, the order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids. I know how to make people laugh and then bring them into the experience of my spirituality. I find it is the greatest bridge, is confronting the culture, learning to see your culture, to laugh at it, and to bring you to that spiritual place. No scripture is going to bring some imaginary God to life. Tell him, Josh. Austin 3:16. Voodoo, where's voodoo at? I don't know what that means, right? Let's all be cool. Don't make podcast banish. Yeah, I'm going to whip my magic wand out at you. Yeah, see how you like that, right? Um, yeah, asylums need a big comeback. Yeah, um, a bar Banaria. Yeah, you have a severe gooning issue. You want to be asylum. I understand. Yeah, I think we need to get people like you off the streets. I mean, I can't go order a hamburger anymore without people like you having a good time in the McDonald's drive-through, right? We need to get people like you off the streets. Bring asylums back for our serious gooning condition problem here in the United States. I am cursed. Fuck you. Um, St. Patrick, perma ban him. Oh no. Yeah, St. Patrick is a prop. St. Patrick has a negative and positive. As my Irish ancestors, he's a symbol of culture, right? But he's also a symbol of propaganda by the Roman Catholic Church of dominating my ancestral traditions and religion and the culture of my people. He's a symbol of submission to Rome. That's what St. Patrick is. So there's two sides to that. The celebration of St. Paddy's Day, as they call it. It's not Paddy, damn it, right? Where's Misty? Probably sleeping. They are probably out watching the game last night, I would imagine. Laughter is the best method, nearly as good as morphine. Jammy, jam, jam, yeah. Yeah, morphine is impersonal, right? Morphine puts you in a state. Laughter comes out of an encounter, right? Making fun of the new age. I make fun of everything. And if you don't like it, you don't have to be here. Celadwin is the way, the truth, and the culture. And I agree, my friend Book. Celadwin is the greatest goddess of all, right? I'm a Gooner. I have been to Goonhala twice in your life. Well, good for you. Good for you. I have a joke about Jesus on the cross. Well, I don't give a shit. Jesus to me is an important archetype. It makes me uncomfortable when my friends joke around about it in an inappropriate way. It's, this person is a lover to me, not in a homosexual way, but in terms of spirituality. The Christ is an archetype for me, not the Christ of the Christian church on the corner. The nailing of the cross to me is a ultimate symbol of I love you, right? That I'm willing to go the distance to be with you, to show you how important you are to me. It's a very powerful symbol. And I know that there's been a lot of people here hurt by Christianity, and that's not Jesus's fault. That's those assholes that follow him, right? The Catholic Church brought truth. It brought enslavement. It brought a God who will destroy you if you don't follow his rules. The Catholic Church is an evil organization. That's why I left it. Let's see. Is that a pentagram? Repent now. No, this is the 5 wounds of Jesus Christ. My Celtic Christian ancestors had this in their churches. Yeah. Celadwin is the name above all names. Yes. It's not an easy place to get to know. Only the chosen ones may enter. No. Well, you have fun in your gooning asylum. Yeah. You have a pentagram, but you thump your Bible. Kind of contradictory. Dementia, early days. Well, fuck off if you don't like it. I'm not a Bible thumper. I'm an entertainer. I understand people's cultures and spiritualities. You're just a dick. Let's see. Let our freaky flag fly. Yep. Ned Dustbin, my good friend from down under. The dustbin downstairs. Good to see you, Ned. And Simba is here. Oh, my. Oh, the chosen ones. Yeah. Yeah. Simba, you have that's from the Lion King, right? You know what was interesting? The original Lion King, if you watched it, the original Disney presentation of Lion King, you watched these people who made these films, they were all perverts. There's a part where the lions the cubs roll around in the dust, and a big dust bubble comes up really fast. And you can't tell unless you do it in slow motion. It says SEX. I mean, these guys are really freaks. All of these Disney movies, these were freaks that were making them, right? I mean, there's no humor in that for me. I mean, that's just being an asshole, right? Putting your perversions in children's movies, right? And now this difference when you could see the innuendo, right? Um, and a lot of modern films that you could watch with your whole family. There's things that adults can see that is funny for adults that children don't get. That's a different context. These people are just sick perverts putting shit in children's films like that. Do I accept you still if you're atheist? I don't give a shit what you believe in. I don't care. I'm just an entertainer, right? I welcome all people here. I don't give a shit about your religion or politics, right? Um, I don't take sides. I entertain all people, like The Rock. What's sad as I read an article that George Takei and Will Wheaton said The Rock is a coward. Well, fuck you guys, right? Just because he doesn't want to do politics the way you two do it, right? The Rock is a wonderful entertainer. I hope one day he runs for president, right? He's a well-balanced, well-rounded individual, and he understands that his entertainment is for all people, not just people who are socialists, right? It's for all people, right? That's how entertainment should be. I welcome everyone to my table. I don't care what you look like, who you're screwing. I want to have a conversation with you. Don't force yourself on me, right? Don't put me in a corner. Don't do it. I will not play along nicely. Got a huge boost from the Catholic Church with beauty. Yeah, prove it. Prove it. Catholicism was helpful for my ancestors. Now, the Catholic Church in Ireland was kind of like disassociated for several hundred years from their Roman taskmasters. So you had this idea of what's called a hedge priest, for instance. You had these priests that were out doing baptisms, living in the wilderness, who had no authority over them. They kept the folk traditions alive, right? You had in the United Kingdom and Ireland and Britannia, you had this form of Christianity that was very influenced by the folk experiences. Like to this very day in Ireland, they believe in the fairy folk, right? They revere the fairy folk still, right? I think that's beautiful. I think that's beautiful. Yeah, Paul, fuck you. Not all Catholic clergy are perverts. That's not funny. There's really people who have been hurt. I mean, the church altogether is terrible, but there are really good clergymen in the Catholic Church. Not all of them are perverts. A lot of them are assholes because I used to work there. But there's really good clergymen that I've met and I respect and revere. And people like you are just being children about it, right? Do I support fellow Satanists? Of course I do. I don't. Theistic Satanism to me is stupid. But the Satanic Temple, those are my people. They are patriots. They believe in freedom, and I support them. I don't support their rituals. I know that those are for show and shock, but I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable. But I support their tenets. I support them trying to make nations secular and free from religious bigotry, right? I'm going to look like my English teacher. Well, good for you. I don't care. You singing Kimba right now? It was out in Australia in the 1970s. Geez, you are angry today. I'm tired. I don't tolerate people's bullshit here, right? If you don't like what I say, you don't have to be here, right? It doesn't bother me. There's always going to be people coming here, right? We get about 2,000 subscribers each week, right? There's always going to be people here. There's always people leaving and whining. I don't care. I'm going to continue to be me. If you don't like me, you don't have to be here. Good morning, Alec. Good to see you again. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being you. Yeah, what you see is what you get, right? Don't forget, my friends, hit the like button. I'm going to be here for about 2 hours today for your entertainment leisure. Living in God while the people starve. Who do that? I don't know the context of that. You need to see a doctor. I know. I've been trying to work with my doctor for my erectile dysfunction for many years. I've got shock therapy on it. All kinds. I've given up at this point. I'm just going to let the wiener be limp. Yeah. Um, let's see here. Bald the Bard. Yeah. What a child here. You see, he's been gaslighting since he's come on. You're angry today. Now you're Bald Bard. Well, fuck you. You don't have to be here. Um, Only whine when the show ends. Yeah. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Farmer Fiona, it's always good to have you here. You believe that God is one, you do well. Even the demons believe and shudder in terror. Yeah, what are you doing about that? Yeah, what are you doing about that? Believing doesn't do shit for demons, does it? What is it doing for you? Nothing. Jesus wants you living. He doesn't want you believing. Believing is a waste of time. You look at all these Christians. What do? I believe, you need to believe. Meanwhile, look at the church. It's morally and utterly corrupt. You guys in your believing and your dogma kills you. It doesn't give you spirit. Living does. The substitute. Sanjaya. All of my Hindu friends always come. Parvati for me, my Hindu friends. That is my goddess. We call her Keladwin over here where I am. Yeah. You have in all mythologies these universal ideas, right? And in Hinduism, I see Parvati is the being I relate to. Yeah. What do you represent? Spiritual entertainment, comedy and spirituality together, 7 days a week. I am here. The church is scary, Alec, right? Which church? They're all different denominations, and they're all terrible. They're all. Where's a church I can go to where I won't be judged for having a pentacle that celebrates my culture and heritage of my ancestors who were Celts? Where am I going to go and not be judged? By wearing a cloak, right? As soon as I walk in, I am the devil, right? I'm not going to go to your church. Lady Rose, you need to grow up. I mean, that's inappropriate. I mean, that's childish bullshit, right? That you're doing. Time to grow up, right? Very inappropriate. Yep. Yeah, I find humor in a lot of things. I do adult jokes and stuff like that. But some of this shit, I mean, that tells me that you're 12 years old, and this place is for adults. We engage in adult humor, not childish bullshit like that. Yeah. You saw the anti-Christian on your dream about to rebuild the third temple. Yeah, that's ridiculous. They have all this shit planned out, right? This idea of a third temple. There could be 20 temples before their Christian prophecies are fulfilled. Who the hell do you think you people are, right? Am I American or British? My ancestors were British. I am an American. Let's see here. Yeah. Well, I can appreciate. I think that's stupid. I don't find that any humor in it at all. Very childish, right? The church is not dependent on perfection of its people. It's dependent on God. No, the church should only exist to reveal God, right? The church should not be seen. You should only see Jesus, right? If I'm seeing the church, then there's a problem there. You are supposed to be the one that is the temple of the Holy Spirit. That means I could see the Spirit in you. When all I see is ideas, then there's a problem, right? Taking the seeds out of the fruit, right? Yeah, God loves me. Well, good. Do you like rabbit stew? No. It's all humor, childish to a certain. Yeah, it's stupid, is what it is. Some humor is stupid, right? When I was 12 years old, that might have been funny. But you people need to grow up. I mean, that's childish bullshit, right? I mean, that's not funny at all. If I went and did stand-up comedy and I did that talking about people queefing, I mean, people would walk out. I mean, that's stupid bullshit. Um, let's see here. You are definable, not acting like a child. Yeah. It, you need to get hooked on phonics. You're a guts. I can't read anything you're saying. It's just like I discovered for the first time. I can't stop commenting. Emoji, be funny. Yeah. We're glad to have you, Ara, here for your spiritual entertainment every day. Um, you like rabbit stew? Yeah, I don't have a problem with you eating rabbits. I love rabbits. I would never eat one. They're my pets, but I don't have a problem with what you want to do, right? A joke normally has context, a punchline, random obscenity isn't really a joke. Yeah, this makes you look like an asshole. Random obscenities make you look stupid, right? Jokes, comedy brings you to a place of communion, of intimacy, a bond. Stupid, childish jokes that you say in sixth grade, that's stupid, right? Another pagan, no, I'm not a pagan, Ryan. I'm an entertainer. I'm a monotheist. I only have one goddess. Pagans have lots of goddesses. My goddess is right next to me. Say hello, goddess.
Good morning.
You see, that is my goddess right there. No other gods before her. That's it. What are you drinking? Skooma. Got some moon sugar in there. I disagree. I find it funny, and it sometimes were to say that would laugh my ass off. Well, I don't give a shit. You can do whatever you want. Don't care. You want to be inspired by childish humor? Go ahead. Maybe one day when you have a family and you have daughters, you won't find that funny. I don't appreciate the objectification of the female body in any form. I think it's stupid. Um, I'm going with someone else. I said, yeah. Vixen is here, the servant of Anubis. Good to have you here for your entertainment leisure. Tell your goddess Milascolian says hello and hope she is living a good day. Yes, she heard you. She is getting ready to begin her workday. What goddess do you pray to? I don't pray to any. I talk right to her. She's right here next to me. And my wife. My wife is the only goddess for me. Right? Now, Ceridwen is my ancestral goddess that belongs to my people, the Welsh people. She is an ancestral icon, an inspiration, a presence to me in the psychological realm. Yeah. Helga, my favorite United Kingdom Satanist, is here. Good to see you. Yeah. Helga, did you see that movie? It's called Hail Satan. It's about the history of the Satanic Temple. And it had like a map on there, like places all over the world into this form of patriotism, this form of fighting for freedom. Wherever there's trouble, the Satanists will be there. Satan. Am I a Christian? I'm Christianized. I am not a Christian, though. Is this like a matriarchy? Yes, my goddess is always on the top. The female reality is the ultimate reality for me. And my wife is the face of that. Everything of divinity is in her face, right? That's how I experience the goddess. However you pagan people want to interpret it, right? Is this about religion? Certainly. Comedy is religion to me. Oh, man. You didn't see that movie? It's a couple of years old. It's on HBO. You could probably find lots of places where it's called Hail Satan. It's the history of the Satanic Temple, its origins, its formation. I mean, the Satanic Temple is very new. There's always been Satanists around, but this, Lucius Greaves, he's like the spokesman of it, right? He's like the perfect spokesman too, because he's blind in one eye, and the Christians like saying he's possessed and so. I'm Welsh and I can hardly pronounce the place where I was born. Yeah, every time I say Welsh words, my ancestors they roll around in their grave, right? um, I'm a gay boy, so what? What's wrong with being gay? Nothing. Oh man. Let's see here. Did you watch the old occult movie, The Holy Mountain? Is that the one about the monks of Mount Athos? Is that the one? I saw that a long time ago. Yeah. Um, yeah. Athos was an important spiritual center for my spirituality when I was younger. Right. I taught Hesychism. I did my best to live it. Um, it was a very important tradition, and it's forgotten amongst many Eastern Christians. They don't know their roots. They don't know the origins of their liturgy, which is saved. Now, I love liturgy. The Wheel of the Year to me is the ultimate liturgy because it helps you to be in contact with your ancestors and the world around you. This weekend, I'm probably going to make a video about the Wheel of the Year and its importance of liturgy, of seeing your day as a cycle, as an invitation to go deeper and deeper into the mystery of life. And you don't even have to believe in any gods to see the value of the moment. I mean, Buddhism has taught us that you don't need deities, right? Everything is available to you and accessible, right? Spirituality should not be something that only like Christians and Hindus and Muslims and talk about. Spirituality should be a philosophy of life, right? What is my all-time favorite movie? I'm a big Star Wars fan, right? I've watched Star Wars, I can't remember, countless times. So Star Wars was a very powerful film as a young person, all of them, right? Captain Honky, where have you been, my friend? Good to see you again. Good to have you here for your entertainment leisure. Love Thursdays, yes. Yep. Oh, thanks. Let's see here. Bye, Abby. What's wrong? Are you having a problem here? In the name of Jesus Christ, I rebuke you. In the name of the goddess Keridwen, I don't care. My demons will not leave. You have no power. All right, neurological toxin. You need. I'm not just going to get rid of you. Goodbye. I don't give a shit about your childish bullshit anymore. I mean, you're 12 years old. This is for adults. This is for adults only. You have to be 18 or up, right? Talking about queefing, that's like you're in 6th grade or something. This is an adult forum, right? We don't appreciate children being here, right? There's a way to talk about the body and sexuality in a positive, funny way. With adult jokes, right? I joke around about my penis all the time, right? How you're doing that, I think, is demeaning to the female form and body, right? I don't appreciate that. And you continue to do it to annoy the shit out of me. So you can fuck off now, right? You love Star Wars? Yeah. The Return of the Jedi was your favorite one? Yeah, I saw that at the theater when it came out. And we had all of the glasses that you could get from Pizza Hut, right? All of those glasses and stuff, right? The Return of the Jedi, that was like a big deal. Now those are like holy relics. If you find on eBay the Return of the Jedi glasses from like Burger King, you can get like, those are like $5,000, right? For a glass, right? Buddhism is full of spiritual gold. Buddhism is a wonderful, wonderful tradition, right? Our friend here, Dixon, she is a Christian Buddhist. Yeah, she is a Christian Buddhist. I'm having explosive diarrhea yet again. Yeah, well, I told you, you have to remove your butt plug. That's a big problem, right? That's what's causing you all your problems there. Welcome to this our wonderful community, Mil Skoyan. Good to have you here. Thank you for being a member. Now you can have access to our Discord server. There should be a members only tab, and there will be a link there that will allow you to come and in contact with our community. Is that the pentagram? If you want it to be, I don't care. You still have the Thundercats light switch cover from Burger King. With your childhood. Wow, what a holy relic. Yeah. One of my kids, I made their room all Star Wars themes, and I found the R2D2 3CPO light switch cover, right? Tell us a story. I've been telling stories. Are you listening? What are you hearing? I don't know. What are you hearing? Uh, Satanism? Yeah. I don't think people understand what Satanism is. I'm not a Satanist, right? Sir Flame Drop, have a wonderful day, my friend. He is our resident jeweler, been a member for 6 months. He makes beautiful jewelry. He showed me he made a beautiful triskelion, right? He's if you need any jewelry services, if you're one of our community members here, he will certainly work with you to provide the finest and quality jewelry that it's imported from South Africa. Let's see here. Final boss. Super Scott, good to see you. You're trying to get Lord Nicholas to allow you back in the channel. We all need something healed. I know. That's okay. I am the apostate of Lord Nicholas now. I have been forsaken by my God. So I must be the anti-Nicholas, right? I am the anti-Nicholas. I am the Satan of Lord Nicholas, right? Can you see the turtle? Yeah, I'll get the turtle at some point when my wife leaves here. I will go get the turtle. How many pennies do you get for 39 watchers? I don't make a lot of money doing this. I make probably about $1,000 a month normally, just for being on here for 2 hours a day, 3-4 hours a day. That's it. It's not a lot of money, but we're growing. I know you're just being a dick, but we are growing. How many members do you have on your channel, asshole? Right? I get 2,000 subscribers a week. I know that's not a lot for some people, but that's good for a small channel. That's healthy growth. I'm always having people on here. Sir Flame Drop, thank you so much, my friend. There's your pennies, dickhead. Right? Thank you, Sir Flame Drop. Appreciate you. My wife's looking at me. I can't say that word. YouTube doesn't like that. I can lose my monetization. If I say it too much, YouTube be like, okay, we're going to take away the commercials for today. Yeah. Yeah, it's healthy. You know, I remember when I would get 1 subscriber a week. I mean, we've come a long way in a year, right? We have a steady and healthy growth for our channel. And we have a small channel, and that's okay. I'm not complaining. I enjoy being here. I enjoy doing this. Let's see here. Yeah. You have a real job making $8,000 a month for sleeping? Don't care. You might have a real job, but you certainly are a real dick the way that you talk about other people, right? Me and my wife both work, and that's okay. You know, we live paycheck to paycheck, and that's okay. A lot of people do that, right? You do what you can to get by. You do your best, and you're just being an asshole about it, right? You think you're something special, but you're not. I mean, look at the way you're talking about other people. Most people don't make a lot of money. Most people are just doing their best to get by. And their value is because they're wonderful, not because of how much money they make. Are you leaving, honey? No, not yet. Oh. Let's see here. Is it bad? All you deserve, more for sure. Love the roast, positive energy you bring. Yeah, we're getting there. I mean, I was making $300 last year at this time. So we've come quite a long way, right? I know that in the future I'll make more money. We're building a wonderful community, and I love doing this for a living. I mean, this is the best I can do, right? You have a cock in your bed. Well, don't tell me about your gooning. I'm not interested in that. Let's see. The exorcisms you enjoy. Imported, baby, you come here because the bot is funny. Well, I'm a comedian, right? Don't forget to hit the like button as you come in, friends, at the top of your screen. That's helpful to me to make a living. We are here every morning. I am here for you in some capacity, right? You want to see those turtles. Yeah, once my wife leaves, I'll grab the tortoise, right? Working and trying to harm others while doing it is a noble and beautiful thing. Not to harm. Yeah. Thank you, our resident jeweler, Sir Flamed Up. Now, if you're part of our Discord community, you can reach out to him anytime for handcrafted jewelry, right? Quality and beautiful work. You cast like and share. Danny, you are my lover. Great. You good today? Of course. Always conjuring, always being a wizard. You love how I twist the insults. Yes, I am quite skilled in that, right? You don't mess with a bard in his own home. You will be defeated, right? My ancestors were masters of satire. I continue the tradition. Let's see. Look at this guy, Dean. Do you have a life? I mean, really, look at this childish presentation of your insults, right? Do you think I'm hurt by this? I mean, this is really stupid. Come up, grow up and come back when your balls drop and have some decent insults that I can work with at least. I mean, this is pathetic, right? How do I join your cult? Are you willing to be circumcised? I am a gay Jewish sorcerer. Yeah. And otherwise, you could just like and subscribe to start, right? That's going to get you going. Is this satanic? Yes, it is. It is very satanic. We got all things diabolical here. We have satanic orgies that we engage in. Yeah. Kenton Org, good to see you. Yeah. The only Satan is the one you brought here, according to our good friend Vixen here. Someone called him gay wizard like a week ago. Says, yes, I'm a it's sorcerer. I'm a gay Jewish sorcerer. Yeah. Not ashamed of my homosexuality at all. Yeah. Yeah. Leave that clock alone. What are they doing to it? ELP? This strange perverted practices that some people have out there, right? When your alarm clock goes off, you're supposed to turn it off, not beat it with your private parts. I mean, that's quite inappropriate, right? Helga, there she is. Speaking of devils, oh my. They made a guy point a finger at the stuff they choose. I don't know. God isn't real. Yes, Josh, keep telling us that. Josh is our resident God isn't real person. He likes to start conversations about that. There's always someone who takes the bait, right? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. God is real. I can prove it. Yeah, they get all excited about it, right? You had a nightmare where you were straight, a scenario. Oh, it never will happen. Don't believe the lies of your dreams. I will always be gay. Yeah, I am gay for pay, right? Like the guy from Modern Family. You had the two gay actors. One was a real gay man. The other one was gay for pay. That was me. I'm gay for pay. Yeah. You're on the shitter? Well, that's an inappropriate place to engage in your strange sexual perversions. There is a creator, though, not just a religious base. Don't care. I don't care. Very specifically train the perfect gay Jewish sorcerer. Jesus is gay. I wish he was. I really do, because then there'd be a lot less bigotry in the world, right? It was impossible for Jesus to be gay because his culture would not permit it. It was the ultimate closet, right? Any type of gay activity amongst Jews of that period, they would be murdered immediately, right? The Middle East has not been friends with gay people, right? Now, modern Jews are quite different. They've grown up. They don't read their Bibles like Christians do. They say, this is an ancestral conversation, our history of our people and the way they thought about God. We don't think about gay people that way anymore. If you go to Israel, there's gay people everywhere, right? There's no laws to destroy them, right? Israel is a very modern country that embraces whatever you want to do with your private parts. They don't care. They're not interested in it, right? Let's see. There's plenty of clauses out there, right? Yeah, 100% from a human, therefore Jesus was a woman. I don't understand that. This world is corrupted. Why? Why is it corrupted? You've been trained to think the world is corrupted. That's why you see corruption. The world is wonderful, and it's headed towards a more perfected and beautiful state. When you are making a painting, for instance, you're starting, it doesn't look good in the beginning, right? The finished work, the product that you're headed towards, when you get there, that's what the world is. You have to rethink the way you've been trained to see the world as creativity rather as corruption. Corruption is something created by the Abrahamic religions and other ancient religions of the world who lived in a terrible times, and they wanted to get out of here. So they created these religions to escape that. That was the wrong idea. Things are difficult. It's difficult when you're painting a picture or writing a story, right? You go through these moments of intense suffering to create your work of art, right? Um, that is the process of life. Right? You leaving, honey? All right, I'll go get the tortoise for you, my friends. I gotta walk my wife out here real quick. Come on, please don't get me aroused. I gotta go back to work. Got your phone? Tortoise, you got things? I'm going to the water park today. I'm not going to lose. Here comes the tortoise, the most beautiful creature in the world. You see her? Now, I shared an interesting, excuse me, my YouTube shorts. If you watch my YouTube shorts, I gave a lesson about what this animal has done for me, what my animals have done for me in terms of spirituality, right? They've helped me to see that the relationship you have with the world around you, it helps you to grow in your love. It helps you to grow in your human experience. And these creatures experience the same thing when they encounter you. They are transformed, right? You ever notice how your pets, they know you, they respond to you. There's an intelligence there that is oriented towards loving you, right there. You see that? Look at how wonderful this creature is. See how beautiful she is, right? She knows she is loved. And in her own way, she responds to that love. Like when I walk into the room, she's in her cage. Like, my tortoise, she starts dancing. She starts moving her head up, right? She knows how to respond to that love. That is a powerful thing in terms of the world you live in. We know from our sciences, when you love your plants, they are much healthier, right? Love is this power that is so necessary for our evolution. Learning to love yourself, learning to love your neighbor, learning to love your enemy, learning to love your animal, learning to love the environment you live in. Right? Love is going to lead us into a place where we're not going to be eating one another anymore and devouring one another socially or animals physically. We'll be able to refine our experience and use energy more efficiently, where we can all grow in love together. All right, say goodbye. Oh, let's see. My sweet tortoise. My sweet, sweet tortoise. You are such a sweet girl. Back to your deep All right, my friends, don't forget, there's a like button at the top of your screen. Give it a touch for the old bard here. I do this every day. I am here for your entertainment leisure. Every day I am here doing this, having these conversations about spirituality, whatever. We don't do politics here, but everything else is certainly welcome here. To be in the presence of a sentient walnut is pleasure. Yeah. To see the purpose and being of that seed, right? We've been trained to not see purpose and being. We've been trained to think that we are the only intelligence, right? Everything has a level of intelligence. Everything has a level of being, even a grain of sand, right? And there's a cohesion, there's a unity within all things that is a foundation and basis for this creativity, this divine imagination. And that is the spirit. That is the new thing, the foundation of the cosmos. And I think as we grow in our sciences, we'll begin to see this, that everything is living. We're not just on a dead rock. Space is real substance. The planets are in grooves, right? We are learning about the world that we are a part of, right? And one day our sciences will be able to see much more than they see now in terms of being. It won't be just a religious or metaphysical ideology. It'll be concrete, something we could certainly analyze and understand at a better presentation. You were calling, well, the idea of a walnut, right? Is this just as a value in that, right? Is the final boss for the trolls. He remains undefeated. No one could take me out. I am Tiamat in terms of the trolls, right? Potatoes are sentient. Everything has a sentience. Everything has an intelligence. Not in the same way you do, right? You have a unique kind of sentience. You are able to operate in a way other things cannot. And you have a great responsibility to create harmony, to create beauty. You are part of this creativity of all things, and you have a great responsibility to do your part, right? The turtle might be transgender, so don't make assumptions about, that's, it doesn't care. I don't care if whatever my turtle is, I love it. And that Bard doesn't entertain the concept of never. Did you ring Aunt Carol yet? No, I haven't spoke to her in a while, right? I'll probably see her at the next funeral or something, right? Tiamat was supposed to be a dragon goddess. Tiamat was in that mythology. I'm talking about Tiamat from Dungeons and Dragons, this ultimate dragon goddess. You don't mess with Tiamat. Marduk defeated Tiamat. That's the old mythology, right? His soul trod out. You could see it in the rest of the Ankh. Yeah, not that. Where's the humor in that? Abortion is bad. I see these conversations. Are you really interested in having a conversation about life? No, you're not. You're here to draw a line in the sand, to get people for or against one another. You have no interest in. Now, I don't like these things that people do, but I don't go around making people feel terrible about it. That's what you're doing, right? I don't agree with the some people's philosophies about our species, right? But what you're doing is making people feel terrible, and that is terrible, right? You only see your family at funerals too. Yeah, I live far away from all of my family. That's why, right? My family, most of them live halfway on the other side of the United States. Let's see. Hello. What if Satan was the good guy and Jesus Christ was the bad guy? Don't care. Will God destroy the wicked so that me can hear it? Oh, Mike the Prick Piccolo is here again with this religious nonsense. I once saw two turtles in the act of sin at a zoo. Oh, man. Yeah. Where's Noah's Ark when you need it? Right? I banned Steve here. Yeah, we had Steve. He came back and apologized. Now he's a moderator. I don't even know what he got banned for. I can't even. That was like a long time ago, right? It's not about destroying the strong. It's about making them strong. Where is strength? Is it in the riddle of steel? Are you Conan the Barbarian? True strength resides in the will, and a will that is fueled by love. Love can overcome everything. All impossibilities. When you love, you fight, you grow, you are formed, You are given purpose in being. You can go to the gym and lift all your weights for your health. That's great. But what does that do in the world? Nothing. Love is the thing that makes the world move around. What makes you powerful is how you love. It's how you use your will. That's the greatest power in the universe. Let's see here. Am I really a prick? Yes, you are. Bro, doesn't even make sense anymore. Let it rest. Don't care. You don't have to be here. If you don't like my conversation, you can easily swipe away. It's not difficult to do, right? Claims not political and says he is not a Democrat, but he hates Trump. I never said any of those things. You're making all of that shit up, all of it up. I never said I hated anyone. I never said I belonged to a political party. I'm more like, I am an anarchist. The Sex Pistols, that's my politics right there. The Sex Pistols. It's hard to come up with new stuff every day. Yeah, it is. I don't come up with anything. I let the conversation guide me, whatever the hour guides me. I don't prepare for these shows. I let whatever the goddess wants to do, she does it, right? There's no need for me to prepare. I just get on here in all of my vulnerability and all of my humanity, and I have a conversation with people. There's no preparation for that. Good morning, Viper. Good to have you here. Holy smokes, yeah. Let's see, Bardi and Pentia. Holy politics, yeah. I'm just stuck here because of a second-hand embarrassment. You shouldn't be using your penis to dial up your YouTube. Now, when you're swiping between screens, there's a lot of bacteria on your phone that could be very hazardous to your private part. So that's never a good idea to do that. The band, the Leveros is no, I haven't heard of them, Red. I haven't heard of them. There's a lot of political music. I am not into politics. I see politics as a great evil in the world. Politics should be, let's get together. You have some ideas, I have some ideas, and see what's the best ideas for the people that we serve. Politics is not like that. Politics is like, fuck you. No, fuck you. That's politics today. Doesn't matter what side you're on. That's what you see. These people are enslaved to an ideology, and their ideology is built on I'm not like you. That is a great evil in the world today that I don't participate in. Do I believe in Jesus? No. Believing in anything, this idea of make-believe, to me is a waste of time. I know Jesus. The archetype, the reality, is part of my upbringing, my psychology, this experience in my heart. Prison for the mind, pretty much, right? Yeah, most people are enslaved to their politics, right? They make them very religious, right? Their politics, right? Once your politics becomes religious, it is no longer religion. It's pure ideology. There's no creativity there, right? And it's really a shame that's what you see in my country, at least. That there's no let's make the world a better place. I have some ideas. No, it's like, how can we fight one another? It's tribalism, it's warfare, and it's civil war on the ontological level. Please, no religion or politics. Well, we do religion on here. Come on now, this is religion. I make fun of all religions, and I use the best of all religions. Yep. Daily barred content confirmed. Entertainment simulated. Yes. Do I believe in Satan? Satan to me is bullshit. The idea of a god needing a devil to do his dirty work, that's bullshit to me. Now, there's different philosophies, like Hell Girl here would have Satan as the ultimate liberator. So that's a different type of philosophy when it comes to Satan, because you have the Satan in response to the biblical God. This God is an asshole, right? The God of the Bible is an asshole, so there needs to be a Satan to stand up for true freedom, right? So there's different philosophies of Satan out there. The traditional one, I think, is a farce. You're praying for my salvation. Why? Why do I need to be saved? Prove to me that I need to be saved. Let's see here. You want to join what the one of the best ideas is putting tampons in the boys' room, locker room. Yeah, see, this is all political bullshit right here. What is my favorite superhero? I've never really thought about that. I never really thought about a favorite. The superhero genres aren't my thing, right? I'm more like into like the fantasy elements, right? One of my all-time fantasy heroes is Elminster from the Forgotten Realms. He's got a wonderful history, a wonderful lore, wonderful mythology that I've come to know over the years. Do I think paranormal stuff is bullshit? I think the word of paranormal is bullshit. Everything that there is here, right? This idea that you have to separate reality in two categories, one for make-believe, one for reality, I think it's stupid. Paranormal, supernatural, these are all created ideologies that we need to leave behind. Sciences should not be opposed to people's experiences. These should be worthily studied and sought out, right? And certainly disproven. Like, for instance, the idea of the poltergeist. People that study these things with sciences have discovered that most poltergeists are manifestations from the energy of the individual going through stress. Now, how this manifests is a mystery still, but it's been proven that if you can get these people to relax, shit stops flying off the wall. Now, some type of energy transference took place that we don't have the resource to understand, but the psychology was there in these studies to demonstrate that these people with these poltergeists, everything originated from the person. That's a good movie. Yeah. Kevin Howe, our resident mythicist, is here, grandson of Gordie Howe. Good to see you. Is censorship because you silence people? My form of censorship is recognizing that you're a dick and telling you to fuck off. That is censorship, right? I don't care about your stupid politics. That's all you've been doing in your cryptic way since you've come on. Nobody cares here. We're not interested in causing divisions. I welcome all people here, but if you're going to be a dick, you are not welcome. All right? Canada loves you. The science of the stigmatas. That's an interesting study, right? The stigmata manifestation. It's all psychological. How can I prove that to you? If you do a case study of stigmata people, you will discover that their markings are in different places. And historically, stigmatas had the markings here in their hands, right? Until scientific discovery demonstrated that crucifixion was here, right? Now stigmativists that have this knowledge are getting their marks right here. That's all a psychological manifestation. Now, does that make it less spiritual? Certainly not. Sam Harris is an excellent atheist that is willing to see that there's something marvelous about our humanity in terms of our spiritual experiences. These things are worthy pursuits to be studied and not to be dismissed, right? Most atheist apologists, they want to dismiss everything. Christopher Hitchens dismissed everything. Richard Dawkins dismisses everything, right? Sam Harris does not. He's willing to have that conversation, right? I think that's very important to have. Doing good, Ketanai. Good to have you here. What if you're wrong and you move to your next life and find out that Jesus is real? You will be beyond. If I go beyond to the next life, and God is an asshole, I will say, I'm sorry. I told everyone you were nice. I was just trying to do the right thing. You are making God look terrible by that statement. God's going to get you just because you don't have the right ideas. Well, fuck your God. Yeah. One of this is completely and totally stopped free speech. Yeah. Don't care. Don't care about your politics. Were you ever a Christian in your life? I was a Christian for 30 years. I traveled halfway around the world teaching the Bible and leading people into the church. I was ordained. I did all of that stuff. I dedicated 30 years of my life to it before I realized it was bullshit. Yeah. There is not a next life. See, that is unscientific. You are just an atheist fundamentalist. You are saying that in opposition to religious people. The fact that we know, if you look at science, the way we understand the cosmos, energy cannot be created or destroyed. You will continue on, not in the same form you are now, but you certainly will continue on. And that is worthy of research. How do you continue on? Do you just, we know that like TV signals that are projected continue on in the universe in a different form, a lesser form of perception in terms of energy, but they continue on nonetheless. You are going to continue on. We do not have the technology to measure that transference, but the energy, I mean, you are particles. You are all of these things. Now, in my opinion, I can't prove that. You still retain memory. You still remain purpose. And how, looking at cellular memories that we have in our psychological studies, there's all these things that point to memory continuing after you die. Why not at the level of particle, right? Used to be a Hell Girl used to be a Christian as well. Now she is of the satanic table. Yeah. See, we have all of my Satanist friends. They find their way here, right? I'm a pervert. Why? Did I show you my penis earlier? Is that why I'm a pervert? What about Islam? The only type of Islam I care for is Sufi Islam. The rest of it to me is Christian fundamentalism 2.0. Yeah, prove I've lost my way. Can I pull my ancestors back with the stuff, or the idea of ancestral memory? You would not be here if it wasn't for your ancestors, right? You are connected to them. You continue their DNA. You continue the things that they sowed into the world, right? You are not separated from the ancestral memory. You are a part of it. And your contributions, what you do in your life now, will contribute to the next generation, right? This is a living memory. Look at all the evolution of organisms and species, right? We are very old. Humanity is old, but we feel young, right? Got to get going. All right, take care, my friend. I'm glad. We'll see you on Discord, our good friend. Yeah, the Abrahamic faiths are all terrible. I'm on drugs, so what? Is your background Wicca? Wiccans use the symbol, but I practice Druidry. This is a very Celtic symbol to me of my ancestors. I don't use it for any rituals or anything. It's just there to honor the ancestral memory. Let's see here. Bard, the worst player ever, completely throwing every single game. Yeah, trash talk, 0 IQ skills. Oh, look at you. Your penis is so small that you got to copy and paste over and over again. Goodbye, little weenie. Goodbye. Go cry to mommy. Look at that. You've been banned for being a little child. Oh, so sad. So sad. You see how they don't get their way here. They throw a little temper tantrum, start copying and pasting and putting stuff in caps. Look, my wiener is big now. All my words are in caps. Yeah, we don't care. Don't forget, you can always come back and get right with God. Not according to you. You say, when I die, I'm fucked. That's what you said. You know that in the Bible, there's nowhere in the Bible that says that you cannot be forgiven when you die. There's nowhere in there. Now you'll say it's appointed once to man and then the judgment. Have you ever been to a court? Is all the sentencing done immediately? No, there's a process, right? There's nowhere in the Bible that says that you will not be forgiven when you die. You people make all of that shit up to control people and manipulate them into fear so that they behave in a certain way, so that they be a part of your churches. But the fact of the matter is the Bible nowhere says that you cannot be forgiven when you die. Prove it to me otherwise. Is a bard a singer? Bards can be singer. Bards have a cultural presence amongst my ancestors as preservers of the cultural memory. They told stories through poetry. They sang songs, and they challenged the status quo. They were masters of satire. There's many elements of the bard. They were the myth weavers. They took you on a journey. They were the priests. They helped people connect to the spiritual dimension. So there's many elements when you would just because you make music doesn't make you a bard. Bards do music, but just because you have a guitar doesn't make you a bard. Just because you write a poem doesn't make you a bard. Bard has a certain cultural context, and it's all about the voice, how that voice is used to help you to connect to the ancestral memory, right? And my emphasis in the way I do it is through satire. I can continue the tradition of what in Old Irish, the Fili, those who challenged their culture, had a conversation with it, and tried to bring about change and renewal and transformation. Let's see here. Why would you be forgiven if you don't ask for it? Because when my children screw up, I forgive them. They don't even have to ask. Not your God. Your God is an asshole. You have to have the right formulas and ideas, or he'll destroy you. He's not a real father, right? Yeah, I love my children even when they're doing wrong. If they don't want to be with me, I'm still going to be there for them. Not your God. Your God's like, you don't want to believe in me? Fuck you. Yeah, your God is evil. You love the Oblivion music? Yeah, you're all people of culture. You know the true music, right? You know the true music. Why do you have so much animosity towards Christianity? I don't, just assholes like you. I get along good with Christians. That are not fundamentalist. I am Christianized. I always teach Jesus's things on here all the time. I just don't do it the way you want me to, right? A fundamentalist Christianity is terrible and wicked. Can you help me? I need instruction. Mr. Wizard was a scientist in the 80s who was on every Saturday morning. Let me get rid of this asshole here. This guy's just being a childish prick here. Goodbye, little penis. He can't get his way here, so he's acting like a little child. Oh, don't get me started, Kevin. Don't get me started. Skyrim music, oh my. How long do I cook your pork chops? I don't know. I don't eat pork chops. You have to go to the cooking channel for that shit. One of the best, let's see. Jesus is a religious figure. Religion kind of doesn't matter. Dickhead, angel, yeah. Yeah, we have, as Kevin here is a mythicist. Mythicists do not believe Jesus was real. They believe he was a myth, right? That he embodied certain ideas that are common themes in people's cultural and history. Right? He might have been a real person, but all of this stuff built around him is cultural memory. Kevin here doesn't believe Jesus is real. I believe Jesus was real, but I certainly agree with Kevin that when you're reading stuff about him, that is not physical. That is not historical. That is spiritual. That is mythology. And the idea that you want to force me to believe in a virgin birth or I'm going to hell if I don't, that is a contradiction to the power of myth. Myth is supposed to be an inner journey that you take. It's a psychological journey. It is not one imposed upon you. When you take the mythology out of the tradition of scriptures, you have the basic instructions before leaving Earth. That's why Christians act so damn crazy, because they don't know how to read their Bible as myth. They don't see it as ancestral memory. The problem with making a word of God is that you stay in the past. Mythology is supposed to be something that evolves among a people, that you keep telling stories, you keep refining them and making them better. The God of the Bible remains as an asshole because no one has ever evolved. No one has ever said, our ancestors were wrong. We shouldn't have sacrificed to any gods. But that's how they understood their world. They were doing their best to understand deity, right? You've stopped the ancestral memory. You've stopped the myth. You've eliminated the bard. You've stopped the tradition. Let's see. Wants to be charity. There's a streamer right now called Elate. He's pure of heart. And it's a tough spot. Check him out for a minute. These people with these charities, lots of them are scams that come onto YouTube. You have to be very careful with these people asking for money and stuff on here. Go to my GoFundMe, right? They play off the charity of religious people all the time. Yeah. So I don't promote anyone outside of my community. I support, if you are a member of my Discord community, I will like and subscribe to your channel when your videos pop up in my feed. I mean, I got a lot of them, so I can't get to them all. I will always say a comment. I will always support what you're doing. I want you to thrive. I want you to do well. There's no competition here, right? But that's for people in my Discord community or community members, people who have been on here for a long time. Outside of that, I usually I don't condone or bring up people's channels, right? Do you miss Turtle Time? Paladin Morningstar, right? Now, people say that I'm against Christians. And Paladin Morningstar is a Christian, right? You are a Christian. And you understand my humor and satire, right? We have lots of Christian people that come here. They understand what I'm doing, right? They understand that I am a comedian. Let's see here. Why are you getting me silence? No, you're just a political hack. That's why. Thank you, chat. You're welcome, Gaza. We can all see you. We need to hear you too. Are you for real? Oh my. Am I a warlock? I played a warlock in Dungeons and Dragons, but in real life, no, I'm just what I am, a bard. I'm a lame ass dude. Well, who's more lame? The person who watches the lame ass dude or the lame ass dude? What a dumbass. Yeah. Scott here is Scott Green. He's our resident bot, always saying negative things on here. We love you, Scott. Thank you for helping my algorithm. Let's see here. All right, let's get this asshole out of here. Some people, they don't care about the conversation that's going on, right? So we're just going to get rid of these assholes that do that shit. They don't care about real conversation. They're just being dicks. Yeah. Is this a cult? Yes, I am a cult leader. You want to join? You want to join our cult? You don't like people cutting off their penises? What does that say about you as a person? That you love penises, right, Fiona? And that's okay. Farmer Fiona the Bard loves penises, and that's okay. I love penises too. I know where you're coming from. Oh, let's see here. Like the stream. Thank you. Hare Krishna, friend, right? Let's see here. Lightning bolt, lightning bolt. You've seen the tattoo on my penis, didn't you? Right. You've been to my OnlyFans page. Do you like the lightning bolt on my wiener? Right. It kind of jives well with my Prince Albert piercing. Yeah. What cult? This is a cult, yes. It is a cult. Spiritual entertainment is my cult. Comedy and spirituality together here 7 days a week. Don't forget to touch the like button. I need 50 more likes before I can leave today. and I have to do it before my wife returns, or she is going to put me out on the street corners today to do male prostitution. Save my ass, please. Literally save my ass. Go up and touch the like button. I mean, I'm an old man. I mean, there's only so much gay homosexuality prostitution I could take, right? I mean, there's so much limits of your butt, right? Playmate plans are possible. Yeah. Hell Girl, are you on our Discord server? We would like to have you on our Discord server because you are a wonderful community member here involved. I don't know if I've asked you before, but we'd love to have you on our Discord server. If you want, Hell Girl, send me an email if you want to be on there. We'll get you on our Discord server. Does your wife know what you do? Yes, she sends me out to do my male prostitution. It's like if I don't get 100 likes, she's like, get out there on this. She is my pimp. My wife is my pimp. Yeah. Take you to the rooftop of the world. Right? No, you don't. It doesn't cost money, Hell Girl. You don't have to be a subscriber. That's the normal way. But people that are here all the time, like yourself, I certainly want you to be on our Discord server, right? We have other Satanists there, like you. Let me put my email, Hell Girl. You send me an email and say, this is Hell Girl, and I'll send you the Discord link, all right? Am I the pitcher or the catcher? Tuesdays, I'm a pitcher. Thursdays, I'm a catcher. Wednesday, I take a break from my homosexuality and switch it up. All right. BRORIC at hotmail.com. There you are. There you are, Hell Girl. Send me an email and I'll send you the link. Okay, we want you on there. Your name, Morning Star, to piss off the Christians. Oh, I thought you were a Christian. We have another paladin that's a Christian on here. I get it all confused here. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to insult you. You like visiting the roof too, yes. The Himalayas they're getting taller. Yeah, it's a magical place, right? The Himalaya mountains, all kinds of lore and mythology right there. There's a group of Buddhists that have a monastery up there that have the scalp of the Yeti, right? They revere the Yeti as a spiritual entity, and they have a scalp of one, right? I remember watching a show to explore the science of the Bigfoot phenomena around the world. There's not a lot of science there, right? There's not a lot that we are left with in terms of the Bigfoot. Just a lot of cultural memory. But people still have these encounters with these creatures, right? I think it is purely as these are spiritual entities, memories of our ancestors that continue with us. Where are we at here? Your friend died due to cultists? Well, we are a sex cult. No one dies here. We just have orgies and stuff. So you don't have to worry about dying. Michael and Gabriel victorious with Jehovah? Don't care. I do pick up on your satire. Yeah, well, that's what I do here. Right? So you're coming around, Billy. You're understanding it. Right? I'm not against Jesus at all here. When it comes to Jesus Christ, fuck Satanists. Well, you're such a good Christian. Yeah, that's going to get them out of Satanism, you being a dick. When it comes to Jesus Christ, no one, in terms of his mythology, philosophy, whatever you want to see it as, no spiritual leader in the world has told you to love your enemy as yourself. No spiritual person has brought this revolution of the ultimate value of the human person that you can find in Christianity. The idea that the least is the greatest, that the human person is divine. These are powerful concepts that have not been in human history until he did it, right? And I think those things are to be cherished and preserved and shared with humanity. When you start treating other people as God, right? Like Ram Dass, he said, look at everyone as God in drag, right? The drag is the creative face. It is the humanity of the person, the mask. But underneath that mask is divinity, right? Here we got another racist asshole on here. Oh man. He prays to goddess, not Satan. Yeah. Lord Rabbit, Spanky is here. Oh my. Spanky is going to give us a little demonstration of his personal form of entertainment here. Lord Rabbit, yes. You understand it, Spanky, don't you? Right? We all will find out one day, or you need to find out now. This is the problem with Christians. Your churches are funeral homes. They are not life-giving. They don't teach people to encounter God now. They teach them to meet God when they die. It's a terrible religion, right? Jesus said, when you are reborn, you shall see the kingdom. Not when you die. You should be seeing it now. Where are the churches teaching people to see? They're not teaching you to see because they don't want you to see. As long as they keep you in a perpetual guilt and shame mentality and hope that one day you'll meet your God, they have power over you. Once you teach people, see, the apostles said there will become a time that, there's a need for pastors, preachers, and evangelists, and so on and so forth, until the time of perfection. Then these won't be needed anymore when you can see. The minister is the person that should help you to see, and then you don't need the minister anymore. The church should cease to function, right? But it doesn't want to lose its power over you, right? I'm just making up bullshit. So what? What are you doing? What are you saying here? Prove it. Back up your accusations if what I say is bullshit. Yeah. Where is heaven going to be? Right here. There's nowhere in the Bible that treats heaven as a place that is in the sky, a mystical reality. The Jewish religion, God was here in this world. There was Eden. There's a temple. God is in the land. Resurrection brought you back to that experience. Christianity created this ideology of God is upstairs. You are down here. You bad, God good, right? That Jesus never taught that. Let's see. Church is gays people preaching. Yeah, so what? What's wrong with being gay and a preacher? Nothing. Nothing at all. It's extra spicy today, right, Rodney? We got out the spice. You feel sorry for me? Well, good. That makes me so happy inside. You have demons in your blood and they go out and arrange you. What are you doing? Why do you have demons in your blood? What's going on here? Do you know what it's worth? Ooh, heaven. Look at Belinda Carlisle's in the chat now. I was half listening to this documentary about the original popes. It's so fucked up. Yeah, they were terrible, right? A lot of these religious leaders throughout history had slaves. I think it was Pope Francis or Pope Leo. I can't remember. I'm sorry for my popes in the past for owning slaves. What an asshole, right? Whoops, sorry about that. Yeah, go cry in the corner, Rodney. Ryan, good to see you. Do I think the Catholic Church was modeled after the Roman? Yes, Christianity is imperial in its nature. So much so that they oppressed other forms of it. In the nascent of the Christian church, the Christian experience, the Christian movements, there was all kinds of it, right? Just like there's all kinds of Gnosticism. It was a philosophy that really captured many groups and many people throughout various cultures, right? But the imperial form that came to be is all that we have that remains. And out of that, you have all these protesters and shit, right? Black magic is not good. Prove it. I like black magic. Let's see here. Satan is confused. How do you know? Is he what do you mean Satan is confused? Is he your lover? Right? How do you know? Oh, Drift Speed is here. Good to see you. Hanging loose, my friend. Darwinism, I like food. Yeah. What is that you have in your hand? My walking stick? I'm old and decrepit. I need a stick to get around. I really am old. I got terrible arthritis throughout my body. So this is just a walking stick. That's it. Let's see here. You're talking about Pope's Hangman. Now I got that Led Zeppelin song in my mind. Your steroid cream is working. Yeah, you are allergic to mosquito bites. Yeah, I had to get some steroid cream because I got bit by a tick. I have never been bitten by a tick before. I go out to my grove. I might go out to my grove tomorrow or Saturday morning, and I had brought one home and I didn't realize it. And I found it right in my belly button. It crawled into my. Isn't that disgusting? Right? Crawled in my belly button. Now I have a bite there that I've been have to put cream on. Right? Lyme's disease isn't a big deal here where I live, so I'm not worried about that. I mean, there's other types of bacteria infections you can get from these things. They say wait 30 days after a bite if you got any flu symptoms, and during that time, go to the doctor immediately. I haven't had any symptoms at all. I feel great. But you got to be careful when you're going out in the wilderness. If you're a druid, you got to wear the creams and the spices, right? Because the bug population just looks at you as lunch, right? Just like the bears sometimes, right? Attack of the tick, right? Let's see here. Then I was watching a priest being interviewed about the Catholic Church not changing. It's like, no, we don't need to change. Separate society. Yeah, what's sad about the Catholic Church is not going to change. It has built itself in the biblical tradition, and it's always going to be a terrible religion, unfortunately. There's always people trying to reform. It's never going to happen. You have all of these groups breaking off, right, doing their own form. Catholicism is a terrible religion. It is one that enslaves you, that helps you to see that you are terrible and you need to be punished. You've done terrible things, right? It is a terrible and evil religion. Even though there's goodness that comes out of it, there's holy and wonderful people in history of the Catholic Church, like Thomas Merton, right? He was a great author. Let's see here. When the rapture does happen, it will start the revelations. Sure, it will. Now look at the rapture belief for a moment. Look what happened last October when these people were believing in this bullshit all over YouTube. Rapture's coming. You had people giving their children away to protective services because they were going to be raptured. How terrible of a God would take the parents of a dumb teenage child who makes terrible decisions and abandon him, taking your parents away just because you didn't believe the way they did. What does that make God look like? An asshole. The rapture teachings are terrible, and they make God look terrible. And shame on you people for promoting them, right? They're beautiful, but they're causing these car accidents. Yeah, you have a lot of problems with deer in Ireland, right? Every generation thinks it's the end, right? Your grandma held out for a long time. It's coming, prepare, right? It's all bullshit. We're still always going to be here. We're always going to be here. Yeah. They are not even native. The deers are not native to your area. They are Farmer Fiona. EMIT, good to see you, our good friend. Always nice to see you, our good friend, EMIT. The hot diggity Dog-a-Palooza celebration, animal time, and winter solstice is all the religion you need. So you're a dog lover? You love animals? Yeah. We love animals here too. I don't have any dogs. In the future, I want to get a wiener dog, a dachshund. I think those are adorable. But I can't get a dog because my rabbits, they'll have a heart attack. The rabbits have a very sensitive hearts, and they easily scare and are frightened. Yep. The Bible is a book which blames God for man's evil deeds, biggest blasphemy. The Bible is not a good book. Yeah, I agree. When Jesus arrives to do his thing, what will you do then? I will say hello. What will you do? I'm not living in fear and terror. I want deity to be present, ever present to all of us in the most gracious and wonderful way. Jesus to me is not going to destroy. Love is going to win our hearts in the end. Not fear, not swords out of his mouth, not going to your knees. I see a big embrace coming. That's what I see. My God is a lover, not a terrorizer. Jesus is a lover of the soul, not the one trying to destroy it and punish it. You like living in hell with Satan? I'd rather be in hell with Satan than be a follower of your God who only loves you when you're believing the right things, you're following the rules. I mean, that is a terrible parent. Religion wants your money. No, I want your money. Like and subscribe. Go to the join button right there. Become a community member. I need your money to live on. Yeah, I need your money. I was all about free Gaza. Well, Fiona, we don't talk about those things here, right? Those are political ideologies that we don't engage in. For the lack of a better word, basically, God is either incredibly powerless. It doesn't exist at all. Doesn't even know we're here. Maybe got farted in another universe, right? Yeah, that's a terrible philosophy that you have as a response to the gods that were given to you, right? People who develop these philosophies of anti-God, it's really a response to a terrible God that you've been given, right? If I were able to demonstrate to you that God is wonderful and loving, you would be inspired and encouraged with that. If you grew up with this understanding that God is a loving experience, your desire would be different. But no, God is treated as a judge, a controller, an all-powerful dictator. And that is certainly a God that you should reject. A lot of these philosophies of anti-God are really just a response to the Abrahamic faiths, right? It's your own interpretation of the Bible. Don't blame God for anything. No, I blame you. You're making God look like a dick. Yeah. You're not monotheistic. Naturally, of course, you believe in God, the devil. I am a monotheist. How dare you? I only believe in one goddess. The God do exist. You can see it visibly. Yeah, when I look in the mirror, I see divinity. When I look at the sunset, I see divinity. When I look in my child's face, I see divinity. It's very real to me, right? Not in the fantastical form that you have, right? Why do you feel the need to always disprove it if it's not real, right? I don't go around on people's YouTube streams, the Easter Bunny is not real. Don't go sit on the Easter Bunny's lap, right? You are still believing in it, or you would let it go, right? It speaks to you. It challenges you in your inward world, or you wouldn't give a shit. I don't care if you believe in Easter Bunny. I don't feel compelled to go on YouTube streams, and I don't have to disprove you, right? Fundamentalism of any expression still continues on in your life, even if you've left the religion. You are now an atheist. You're still acting like a fundamentalist. Yeah. Cruel humor of the delusional. It need to save everyone. Yeah, I'm not convinced of salvation. I think it is a terrible belief system. Token pirate raccoon. Yeah, you will give him the biggest hug ever. And thank you for the blessings. Yeah. Yeah. This idea of bowing before Jesus. Fuck that. If I see Jesus sitting down, I'm going to say, get your ass up and give me a hug. I'm not going to, that's the kind of relationship you should have with your God. We are not afraid. The Christians make you afraid of God. They don't share God who really loves you and adores you and has your best interests at heart. Yeah, if I see any deity, I'm like, get your ass up. I want a hug. Right? That's the kind of relationship I have with God. I know I am worthy. I am worthy to receive all the blessings that are in store for me. Lord Nicholas is your God. He is Ra Shiva. I am the Satan of Nicholas now. I have been rejected by Nicholas. He has cast me out of his heavenly court, and now I am the Satan of Lord Nicholas. People fear the unknown of the afterlife, so they build a concept greater than that themselves. Prove it. Prove it. You see, you come up with all these ideas of trying to say why people have divinity. Why do people leave everything in their life to go deeper in the experience of God, like in monastic traditions? Is it because they're afraid of the afterlife, or did something really touch them in their heart? I think you should be encouraged to watch the great atheist Sam Harris. Sam Harris understands that there's something about our humanity that is wonderful, that speaks to us, that shouldn't be dismissed, that should certainly be studied. The idea of the devil is because it's easier than accepting the humans are often responsible. The idea of devils and gods doing all this shit here. I mean, there's certainly, I think, influences and participation in the chaos that has been in our past, right, in making our decisions. But what good and evil is in the world comes from us. We have to take responsibility for the world we live in. We certainly can be influenced by our ancestors, or I think there are certainly energies and entities out there that influence, but we are the Lord's here. There's no gods or devils here but us, right? God is a concept, maybe for you because you've not experienced it. I don't believe in God at all. I experience it. Now, you might think I'm a lunatic, right? And that's okay. I could be one. But I experience something, and I share that experience with people. Share it in a way where you don't have to accept it. It's just who I am. To accept me is to accept that experience. You love this too? Thank you. I have many lovers. Yeah. We can never see God visibly. Bullshit. What a fantasy. I see God every time I make love to my wife. The God is always there, right? Kiki, good to see you. Use Christianity and Jesus and demons, like football clans, yeah. Waking Up by Sam Harris is a good book about secular spirituality. Yeah. Like Sam Harris, to me, I think he's got the right idea. He hasn't fallen in the trap of his contemporaries who are always trying to disprove the Christians, right, or the Muslims. Yeah, he knows they're bullshit, but he also sees the reality of our humanity. We need to stop separating this idea of God from our experience, right? Most of atheism is really a response to Christianity. And I think Sam Harris has a very a good path in terms of trying to understand the mystery of our experiences, right? If an individual named Jesus did exist, the irony is quite rich. He was persecuted based on religious persecution. The idea of, Jesus to me was very real. His teaching to me was a contradiction to the world at that time. That's why he was murdered, because he taught the infinite value of the human person. That was unacceptable for Rome. The idea of the greatest is the greatest, not the least. The least being the greatest was a revolutionary, because you have all of these tribal mentalities, right, in his culture that he was in. And he said, no, this person here who is disabled, they are the greatest. You should be loving them. He taught that every human being has ultimate value and purpose. So his followers, in response to this, were treating people the way they should be treated, and this threatened the status quo. He was executed as a person who stood against the status quo, not because he was born of a virgin or did some miracles. Everyone did miracles back then, right? He was crucified because he rejected this reality of the Roman Empire, where the greatest chosens of God were the people running things, who had the money, And his followers said, no, these people that you're throwing away in the woods, these children that we're taking in, they're just as valuable as you are. Your philosophy is wrong. That's why they hated him, even his own people. You had that lady, for instance, sitting in the back of his synagogue. She should have been healed a long time ago. What does he do? He walks in and he heals her. They rejected her. You have this ideology. You read the scriptures, they'll be like, whose sin was it that he was born blind? He's like, he was born blind so that the kingdom of God can be revealed. Now, people don't understand that when they read it. They think because he did a miracle. No, the kingdom of God was revealed for that blind man because that person has infinite value. That person belongs to divinity, just as we all do, right? It wasn't the miracle that Jesus performed. The miracle was showing that this man born blind is just as much as important as everybody else in society. Why can't Jesus Christ brag about? I don't even know what you're saying there. If Jesus was in the chat, what would you say to him right now? I'm like, how do you feel about all these assholes in the chat, Lord, who are making you look terrible? That's what I would say to him. And he would say, you know what? I still love him. That's what he would say. Love is going to win in the end, not terrible ideologies about divinity. Love is going to win, my friends. Look at this person. Fuck Satan, Christ is Lord. Yeah, very mature of you. Yeah. The infinite power of the universe is Cthulhu. Yeah, Jesus says, like to scream. Come on, I need 40 more. 40 more likes, my friends. Before my wife gets home, I need 40 more likes. Go up and touch the like button. Help a bot out. I do this every day. God does exist. Read the Bible. I read Harry Potter and I believed that God exists, right? Ashley, good to see you, our good friend Ashley. The Necronomicon has been in charge for quite some time. Yes, Lord Cthulhu is the ultimate power in the universe. You're botting it up right now. Look at you. Yeah. I'm just going to like the stream until you berate my question. Okay. I don't perform for people here. I entertain the way I want to entertain. You cannot threaten me. Whether you like the stream or not is irrelevant. Someone will always like. The world doesn't revolve around you. Right, Latasha? Grand rising to you, our good friend Latasha. Have a wonderful day, our good friend Latasha. Thank you for your presence here. Brings me always joy with all of your wonderful, sweet emojis, right? Turn to Cthulhu before it's too late, right, Ryan? All hail the Leviathan. Yeah, thank you, Daniel. You are smart. I like that. Well, Lord Cthulhu's will, right? You are believing and praying to demons? Yes, I am. For fun, yes. I started an argument. Commentary connoisseur. Christians yesterday, by accident, I asked why we always put Jesus in a crazy house when he comes back. One said he's coming, and one said he already came. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. It's hard to have a conversation with fanatics, right? People that are so obsessed with ideology. But sometimes they listen, right? We talk to these people every day here, right? In some form or capacity. We talk about the same things here every day, right? Sometimes people listen. So it's important that you continue to have that conversation with your Christian fanatic neighbors, right? They always want to talk to you, right? Well, you don't have to let them dominate the conversation, right? Take charge of it, right? Show them how foolish they are. Show them how terrible they are talking about God. And eventually, if they're really sincere, it took me a long time to see it, right? I listen to people like Christopher Hitchens was a great influence. The things he said were true. Not everything. I don't like what he said about Mother Teresa. but a lot of the things he said to me spoke to me, right? All religion is here. In Jesus' name, rebuke Satan in the name of Yeshua. Look at you, Yeshua. You got all these new names for God, like he gets a bonus. Oh, he said Yeshua. Oh my, more power to you now. Yeah. Did you miss something, Kiki? Not really. We talk about the same shit here every day. Yeah, all the rebukes are greatly appreciated, right? Are mock sacrifices cool like Bohemian Grove? All right, I don't know. Any type of deities that need sacrifices are terrible, in my opinion. Now, there's a sacrifice in the sense of celebration, of honoring, but gods that need things from you, that is terrible. I mean, it's a terrible belief system. Heal Yeshita. Yeah, I can help it, but give you a like for Chris Hitchens. Honestly, he was a gentleman. He was a great. I really appreciate Christopher Hitchens. Yeah, I've watched him over and over again religiously. Right, the things that he would say, like, yeah, that's true. Right, he was able to see how we don't see that our religion is terrible, and the way that he talked about it, in his satire, right? He was a genius, and he led a lot of people to understand how terrible their religions are, right? That's reassured. Same crap every day. Yeah, pretty much, Kiki. That you've been here, right? We talk about the same stuff all the time, with other things that people mention, right? And people enjoy it, right? It's always different in its context, but we're always talking to Christians on here every day. I mean, that's just part of the program. Yeah. And some of them listen, right? Inquisitor Bacon is here, making sure everything is not kosher, right? Good to have you here, our good friend. You are a Muslim. I love Sufi Islam. Sufi Islam for me. Yeah, we have in our Discord server, we have Muslims, we have Jews, we have Christians, pagans, and atheists, and self-proclaimed deities, and Satanists as well. We can't forget our Satanist friends, right? It's a good business model, predictability. Yeah. Well, people enjoy it, right? They keep coming here every day. You come here, Kiki, right? Christians have to convert you. They don't really have any personal peace. It's all about conversions, right? Right? All of these. Why do you have to convince me that there's a deity? Why can't I see it? Right? If I see a deity in you, I want your deity. Why do you have to convince me about it? You ever think about that? If I see something wonderful in you, I want it for myself. Why do you need to convince me that you have something? Right? Javlad, good to see you. Not all Christians are bad. Javlad, you're a Christian. You come here every now and then, right? Why Jews, Hindus are attacking our religion all the time? Because you're assholes. That's why. Like that, we were talking yesterday about that dumbass who went to the Sentinel Islands there, the Sentinelese. The Hindu government says, don't go there. These people will kill you. Leave them alone. They are protected people. He's like, well, they need Jesus. You didn't give them Jesus at all. They murdered you immediately. Your martyrdom is a waste. There was no message. There was no presence to these people. You just gave every fundamentalist Christian in the world an erection. That's about what you did. No Christianity came to those people. No miracles, no power. You wasted your whole time, right? That's like going into a topless bar. I'm going to bring Jesus to all of you, right? No, you just brought yourself an erection. That's all you did. I'm a scam sniffer? Oh, whatever. We are not convincing others to convert to Islam. I don't care. You sound like an Ignonak from the ATH. I don't know what the hell that is. What is this live? Attacking religions or something? No, I respond to people's comments. I don't want to talk to Christian fundamentalists all day long. If you have other things that you'd like to talk about, like Dungeons and Dragons. That would be fun. Or modern druidry. Movies. What movies have you seen lately? Unfortunately, Christians want to dominate all the conversations, right? I love Christianity. I am retired clergy. And I'm still preaching to you assholes still, right? Oh, man. Let's see here. What do you think about the Knights Templar and the temple? It's a great tragedy, the Knights Templar, of how they were treated by their own religion, right? They had developed a sense of their own stability and tradition, and that contradicted the people who are in power and control. But the good thing about the Knights Templar, their persecution gave birth to the Lodge, right? The Masons. They were able to break away from the church structure. And that's why that's so threatening to Christians and Catholicism, the Masons, right? They were able to continue the sacred traditions of our ancestors and their sacred geometry, right? Without Masons, we wouldn't have this, right? They are the ones that preserved sacred geometry in the world. You might, if you are an American, you are built on the Lodge, right? All of our founding fathers were Masons. Our nation and its great places of veneration and history were built by Masons. But Christians, they hate them, and they don't know why. They make up all kinds of shit about them. They've never met real Masons before. They don't know their history. The Masons are a wonderful organization in the world, right? Do you believe in Christ, Mary Magdalene bloodline? Not really. That's a legend. There's no historical basis for it. I think it's a beautiful legend. And if it helps people to feel connected to, divinity, right? Most of that stuff is, the bloodlines of King Charles, for instance, right? All of his ancestors. King Charles, he admitted one time when he was Prince Charles that he believed he was Jewish, right? That Joseph of Arimathea was his great ancestor or whatever. It is part of a mythology that spiritualizes things, and that's okay. Like I love the Da Vinci Code. I thought that was excellent, right? I love legends. I love history, but I certainly don't believe that's real, right? There are a bunch of dudes doing things to help the community. That's right. As the protector of the planet and the gods of the universe, I am the one keeping you alive. That's supposed to cure you whenever you're stupid shit after this. They will understand why. Thank you, Lord Zorro Dominus. Great Lord Dominus is here in contention to Lord Nicholas. And I, as the arbiter of doom here, must proclaim your greatness, right? God is always testing us. What a dick. Imagine this philosophy that you have about God testing you. What if I did that to my children? What if I let a devil in their room at night to test them? What would you do? You'd call the police. What a terrible philosophy you have. God is always testing us. He has infinite resources. Why does he need to test me? What a dick. Oh my goodness here. Christians, are there any other, can we talk to some pagans out there? Any devil worshippers or something? Could we talk about the Forgotten Realms, Dungeons and Dragons? Come on. Why are there so many damn Christians here? I left the church. I don't want to preach to you assholes anymore. Come on. We need some other people here in the chat to have a turn. Is there any other things that we could talk about here besides Christianity and how terrible it is? Oh, my goodness here. Then I know McHenry's. It's McDaniels, not McDonald's. These fries are Dale's. These burgers are Ronald's. Run DMC. You remember Run DMC, right? Remember when they did that song with Aerosmith, Walk This Way? And the Christians got all a boner. Oh, you play it backwards? It says, Hail Satan. The phrase walk this way, whenever you say it, could sound like that. But just because they had it in a song, and you play it backwards. It's like, hey, what is that? That's what it sounds like. But these people, they see something else in it and make all this shit up. If you record yourself saying, walk this way, and you play it backwards, it's going to say, hey, oh, Satan. And all these Christians are all excited about it, right? And the irony of it, Run DMC, they're Christian ministers, right? Right? All that backmasking nonsense. You believe in NDAs, out-of-body experiences? You had one? It's a chemical trauma reaction, maybe? Yeah, possibly, right? It's something certain. I never had my near-death experience when I was younger. Was terrible. It was certainly based in my psychology. It was pure darkness, right? Where I had to cry out to a divinity to save me from it, right? The memory of the darkness, I still remember what it's like. Yeah, if you hear people saying, I died, nothing happened, you remember the darkness, don't you? You remember the darkness. There's certainly a memory that takes place in your near-death experience. If you can remember the darkness, there's a memory, right? Oh shit, look at the symbols out. Oh no. Honor to be in service. Thank you, Lord Sorrow. Yeah. You have a telepathic connection, vision of Christ. Look at that. That's what happened in your near-death experience, right? That's very interesting, right? Is your brain softening the blow if you're going to die? Yeah, you get that DMT dump. And that's a spiritual experience, right? It's preparing you. Now why would we have this unneeded response to death? It really doesn't serve any purpose in terms of materialism, right? You're going to die. Why the DMT dump? Why is that necessary? Right? Have you ever thought about that? There's really no need for it. You're going to die. We just die and rot. How I understand it in terms of spirituality is that it prepares you for whatever's next. It prepares that transition in your psychology for what is next. It has a purpose, right? And that is a great mystery. Hail Hecate, the great goddess of land, sea, and air, the divine Sophia, ordained by Lord Lightning Bolt himself, Lord Zeus, daughter of the Titans, Hecate, guardian of the roads, of the paths, of the crossroads, keeper of the sacred torch, guardian of Persephone as she makes her journey out of Hades. Hail Hecate. Hindus would see Krishna and Shiva. Yeah, it means nothing. Yeah, it's all your psychology, right? And it doesn't mean it's wrong, right? You see what you are on the inside, and that's very important, right? If you have a psychedelic trip, the same thing happens, right? Your psychology is seen, right? You don't brag or preach about you, and it changed your life. It burnt into your soul. It was a good thing, right? It was a healthy thing for you, your experience of divinity and in that form, right? What came before God? Other superstitions? Only for people like you. Only for people like you. You will deny every performance, and you put in defiance of God. Christ is Lord. Every knee will bow. I'm not bowing. I will never bow to a dictator deity. I will, if God is an asshole, I will certainly tell it to fuck off. I will never bow. I want to be hugged. I will bow before any deity. The God of chaos? Oh no, evil spirits. That our God is something living, God of the universe. God of the universe. If you believe that, if you understand science, the universe has always been here. That is a scientific truth that we begin to explore, right? It is a scientific fact that energy cannot be created or destroyed. There is no such thing as ex nihilo, creating from nothing. That is a farce that science has demonstrated in its ultimate form that there's no such thing as nothing, right? Never, never, never. We are the universe realizing itself, right? If you confess with your mouth that pizza is good, it will be delicious when it's cooked for you. We have to learn to question ourselves before we can understand others. Certainly. Know thyself, as the great Socrates once said, right? Use magic, Tim. Yes, cast a spell on us. Oh, great Tim. Oh, Supernova, you were deleted. Oh, sad. Sad. Don't forget, my friends, I need 20 more of these likes up here. You see it? You've been talking to me. Help a bard out. I do this to make a living, right? I'm only here by your good grace. I certainly wouldn't be doing this every day for free. It would be a hobby. I'd do it once a week. But because you pay me, I come here every day. So the least you can do is like, right? And now if you want to donate, that's wonderful too. If you want to go to the join button and become a community member, small, medium, or large coffee, you can buy me right there. You can get access to our Discord server. As long as people are buying me coffees, I'm going to be here for until I retire. When I'm said, look at that, send 5 bard memberships. Thank you, Commentary Connoisseur. We appreciate you very much. Now, new members, in accepting this membership, you have now access to our Discord server. If you go to there will be a tab at the top that says members. There's a Discord link there. We want to see you on Discord. All you new people, new faces here. We want to have a conversation. We do fun things on our Discord server, like play Dungeons and Dragons, 7 Days to Die, amongst other gaming and things, and have wonderful conversations about recipes and life and rich. We have a new section that one of our members is running called daily prayers and meditations, right, for the more spiritual folks on it, because there's atheists there. My atheist friends are mostly there because they like my satire and comedy, and they like playing games with me, right? But we have all kinds of people from different religions and non-religions there, all under the banner of spiritual entertainment. There's a silly little mandrake in your garden. He has chili, eats your carrots. Oh, how adorable. Mountain Tim, right? How adorable. Yes, congratulations, all new members. Thank you, Commentary Connoisseur, for all of your generosity that you bring to us, right? Thank you for this wonderful gift of membership. Good folks, freaks, werewolves, we have all of that, right? Berserk. And one of the things I do for my community members, if you have a YouTube channel, I will promote it. Like Zerg here, he's got a wonderful, fun channel of memes and making fun of me and other people on YouTube. You'll have a good laugh, right? We have a section in our Discord that says YT support. If you put your videos there, I will like and subscribe to your channel. I want to promote what you're doing. The algorithm is an asshole sometimes, right? And I've learned to deal with it. I've learned to manage through it and beat it. And I want to help other people beat it. Come to the Discord. I pray I never get this bored. Yeah, I'm sorry that your penis isn't erect right now. There's nothing I can do about it. Keep praying, though. Maybe one day your God will stiffen it up. Yep. Susan, what? You're being inappropriate. There was nothing I liked about you as soon as you said Christopher Hitchinson as well. Bam, right? I knew there was something I liked about you. Yeah, I listen to all people. When you are having a conversation about philosophy or divinity, I want to hear what you have to say. We are one humanity, and we should have conversations that are good and healthy for development. And Christopher Hitchens certainly had a good voice, right? I would have loved to have a beer with him, right? That would have been a wonderful moment of my life, to have a beer. Now, Arcane Tarot here. See, Arcane Tarot, I support her channel as well. I go there as I'm ending my night. She's usually on. our good friend Arcane Tarot here for lots of energies when it terms of relationships. She's a tarot card reader. We support what she does here. Wonderful community member. And you're still welcome on our Discord if you want to come, Arcane Tarot. In the members only tab, there's a link and you can join us, right? What is your opinion on the Beatles? Oh, I love the Beatles. They were great entertainers, right? Revolutionary in terms of culture, right? The Beatles brought a whole new form and way of art in the world, right? Hitchens is a very good reference here. We appreciate you. Thank you, Arcane Tarot. One of your favorite songs is from The Skinny Puppy, right? The industrial music of my younger age, right? I used to go to this nightclub where they play Skinny Puppy and the Jesus Mary Chain Coat, all of this real dark industrial music, very powerful, lots of energy, right? During that time period in the 80s and 90s, powerful music where we get, Trent Reznor and he just went with the flow, right? Trent, 9 Inch Nails, right? You had a very powerful music genre during that time, right? Good. We have people who really are good, appreciate these good musics out there, right? We all have these things in common, right? Bahamas, right? That was a powerful song. That Vampire Man, right? I remember going to that was always there at the nightclub every night. Bahamas, yeah, powerful. Bela Lugosi's dead. Bela Lugosi's dead. You love the dark so much. Yeah, there's a lot of power there. The dark does not have to be evil. It can be empowering if you let it be, right? If you look into the heavy metals, the primordial energy of that can be a very positive and healthy thing, right? For people, very empowering, right? And especially was when I was a young person, right? A lot of young people, they're like, fuck everything. And the music helps, right? I'm gay. Yes, I am. You hated house and industrial. You did? Oh, my. You were into ABBA? Yeah. People used to go to dance for fun. Since digital, it's about getting frustration out. Yeah. Well, I went to, when I was younger, I went to all types of nightclubs, right? My favorite was the retro, that the 80s synth pop music, right? Of all of our British friends, right? That was my favorite type of music. You love rock music? Yeah. Dad's really talking the divorce well. Yeah. Thank you for being concerned. Yeah. Let's see. Hi, Goblin. Misty, he's right next to you. Right? Oh, KMFDM is the drug against war. You are goth, and my fever music is dark wave. Yeah. Yeah, one of my daughters, she's into the goth scene. Yeah, and one of my sons, he likes all this. Modern goth people are really different from when I was younger. It's a little different movement. More, it's like when I look at modern goth people, I'm like, that's like pop music, right? Just a passing. Going back to that early age in the 80s, there's nothing like that type of goth experience, right? Let's see here. But now I can know if my juice is magic. Slightly with it, cut copper stairs. I don't know what you're doing to your penis. You can make it as magical as you want it to be. I mean, you're in charge of it, right? Garth Brooks. Oh my, you got friends in low places, right? Now I hate country music, but that was a powerful song, right? Garth Brooks was a wonderful musician, right? Very powerful, very cultural oriented. Loved his country. Loved that old time. That music that he had back then in the 80s. It was very powerful, right? I got friends in low places. That was a song for everybody, not just country music lovers. Garth Brooks, right? I don't know if he is even alive today, because I don't get into the country music. And that's my mother's fault. Mother, if you're watching, all of your country music obsessions drove me away from it, right? Listening to that shit on the way home from school and shit, it was just terrorizing me. Can I have a serious talk about being cock blocked? Well, that's your fault. I mean, the screen here. What am I supposed to do with your penis? There's a screen here. It's not my fault. Yeah. Watermelon crawl. Ooh, look at that. He is alive. Oh my. Gen Z or recovery. Oh damn. So many Christians rejecting the teaching. It's sad and true. Tell them, Vixen. Tell them. For you, my friend, one beautiful song, Atomostatic, When We Two Parted. I don't know that one. That reminds me of Adam Ant. He was a very powerful, this musician during the early 80s, Adam Ant. Some of you have heard him. Goody Goody Two Shoes, you remember that song? Now, he was an interesting person because if you went to his concerts, he sold his semen to his fans. They called it ant juice. I mean, isn't that funny? I learned that from I had a girlfriend that I was living with when I was like 16, 17, and her roommate was a gay man. He would tell me all about Adam Ant. He goes, look, I have a little canister of the ant juice, right? Let's see, 25 more likes, my friends. Help me to escape certain male prostitution. If I don't get 100 likes, my wife is going to send me out in the streets. Help my ass out today. Give me a like, please. I don't want to go out and do that stuff. I'm old. I mean, I've tried to retire from prostitution, right? But my wife, she's a terrible pimp sometimes, right? It's like, get your ass out there on the street. Make us some money, damn it. You've seen an interesting documentary on Atmos, the male priest thing. Have you heard? I have not heard of that one. No. Jive walking. Ooh, yeah. Help a bot out, right? Help a bot out. Yeah. Don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you, Misty. Appreciate you. I love having these conversations with people, right? Every day, I'm here to start your day, right? We have these wonderful talks and things, right? I really enjoy doing it, being a part of your life. And I take you all with me, right? I remember your names. I remember your experiences, and I try to take it with me. I really want to build a community here. That's what our Discord server is like, ground zero for that. Think about becoming a Discord member. There's a join button there, right? You can talk to me anytime you want on there. If you need an advice, encouragement, or whatever, you want to play some games, you want me to be your dungeon master, both in the video, in D&D or sexually. Yeah. To anyone who's watching this, there's a reason why only Christianity is mocked. Use your brains. Well, it should be mocked. You people are assholes, right? I'm using my brain. You people are terrible. The way you treat other people, right? Poor me, I'm being mocked. Well, stop being a dick. Stop insisting on your way and making God look like an asshole to people. You should be mocked, right? Only a real Christian would like to stream. That's right. Jammy Jam is a Christian. He understands the humor, the satire, the mocking. I'm not mocking him. I'm not mocking his Jesus. I'm mocking the terrible one you assholes are always talking about. You find this live, and straight away I found you brilliant. Thank you, Jens. Yes, the brilliance of the bard here for your entertainment leisure. Look, I need 14 more. Help about out. Please save me from certain butt doom today. There's a whole people. I got people lined up on the street corner. They're waiting for my prostitution services. They're waiting for my wife to pimp me out today. Please, I can't handle that in my backside anymore. I mean, I'm 50 years old. There's only so much of your ass that can go around the neighborhood. Let's see. Vince, since you're 60, thank you. Friend, have a nice day. Thank you, found. What is the point? Entertainment. You're a Christian, and I like this channel, but I like to talk to. That's wonderful. See, all people are welcome here. I am a person of courtesy, and I don't have to agree with your philosophies or ideas, and I'll certainly talk to you. Most of the people, of course, they're not interested in that, right? When they say Christian, they just want to try to make you look terrible or try to make you afraid of their God. I'm not interested in that. I am a very Christianized person. I used to work as a clergyman, and I still think like that. I still want to encourage and inspire people with how I know divinity, right? And so I'm very Christianized, even though I'm not a Christian. Can Jesus save you from social service? Certainly. God is indeed not real, just in case you forgot. Thank you, Josh. This is your reminder from Josh here. The Easter Bunny is not real. You're not getting any chocolates this year. So screw you. You don't agree with me, but I make good points, see? See, there's people that are of intelligence and courtesy. You don't have to agree with me. I don't force my ways on you. I am just an entertainer. I am not a prophet. I am not a teacher. I am a comedian. That is what I am. That is what I do. And I do that based upon my tradition of my ancestors as your bard. Nothing more, nothing less. Each and every day. Hit the like button. 13 more. Save me from prostitution today. Why deny God's existence? I deny your God's existence. God is not an asshole. You're making God look like one. Yeah. Why do Christians think threat of hell is terrifying to non-believers? We don't give a shit about a hell, right? You can't prove God's existence. Yeah. Keep telling them, Josh. Yeah, that's just like a circular. You can't prove there isn't either. I mean, that's then you two go back and forth, and my penis is bigger than yours. No, mine is bigger. My God's wiener is bigger. No, mine. You see, you keep going back and forth. That doesn't help anybody out in the end, right? Many gods become one, then non-God is dead. I don't care. Church of the Subgenius. What are you looking downstairs in your pants? Praise down there. No, we don't do that here. You can't prove Santa Claus. Yes, there's plenty of evidence. Every year, when I turn on the news during Christmas time, there is scientific evidence of Santa Claus's journeys on the Weather Channel. It's all there, black and white, for you to see. The journey of Santa Claus has been documented by our meteorologists on the Weather Channel and him traveling around the world. It's all there, the evidence, right? Homosexual Henry says, hello, good to see you. Let's see. I know God exists through your experience. That should be the only thing, right? Ideologies don't prove God. Experience proves God. The idea that you must believe is not a proof. That is a fantasy. If God is real, then God has a responsibility to reveal itself to you. I would certainly be an atheist if I did not experience divinity. I would certainly be an atheist. I have no problem doing it. But I cannot deny what I feel, what I know within myself. The unibrow exists. Oh, it's fun. Yeah. Lack of knowledge doesn't prove God. Yeah. In Santa, we put our trust. Yeah. He gets all the money every year at Christmas, right? We always go bankrupt around that time. Especially me, I got 8 damn kids and 3 grandkids. What the hell am I supposed to do now? I mean, the dollar store is the only place I can shop for Christmas presents. You can tell I'm Canadian by the way you say, fuck off. When my ancestors came over here, they went through Canada. We ended up in Detroit, my parents and grandparents. But Canada was certainly part of my childhood and culture. A lot of my relatives live in Windsor. But I'm from Detroit. That's probably why it sounded right. That's not Jewish, not satanic. How dare you encroach upon my gay Jewish sorcery? Who do you think you are? Right? I'm pretty sure this has been brought up many times. But what do you say when it comes to children's cancer in general? God works in mysterious ways. That's a terrible philosophy that you would tell. This is a great evil that Christian ministers sometimes, you know what, God works in mysterious ways. You don't tell that to someone who is dying of cancer. You say, this is terrible. I'm sorry you have to go through this. As a representative of God, I am here with you going through the suffering that you're in. When I was a clergyman, that was the last thing you would say for people. You know, God works in mysterious ways. You know, there's a reason why you're suffering right now, because God wants to teach you. Only dumb shit ministers say shit like that to people who are suffering. When you have someone in your church or synagogue or mosque, and you are a person of leadership, you go suffer with them. And you don't blame anyone. You just are there to be a presence to them, to be someone that they know that is there with them going through this difficult time. Only dumbass Christians make up reasons why you are suffering. Look at Job, read Job. Job makes God look like a dick, right? This man is not of Jesus Christ, and neither are you. Neither are you, because what did he say not to do? Judge people. Good morning to you, Spartacus. Good to see you. You had an esoteric friend who was that stupid and sensitive to say that my partner with a kidney transfer, you choose your body. Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah. The idea of, if you really look at Job, for instance, the appeal to Job to understand suffering, as an ancient piece of literature, it is beneficial, because it really, Job says there's no answer. There's no answer, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. You have to be a presence of hope and encouragement in times of suffering, rather than trying to find the answers, right? There's no answers, right? There's no gods, there's no devils, there's only your suffering. And the greatest act of humanity that you could do for someone who's in suffering is hold their hand and suffer with them, and to be by their side, not giving them the answers, but just weeping with them and experiencing what they're going through. He had twice cancer. He was incredibly strong and lucky. Yeah, we're glad for the recovery of your partner, Kiki. That's great. Haggis is an ugly creature from Scotland. Yeah, I'm not a fan of haggis. I know my Scottish friends. In my D&D game on Friday nights, one of my players, she is from Scotland. And I'm like, do you know why people always that play dwarves in fantasy games are Scottish? Right? Did you notice that? They all have Scottish accents. All of in all fantasy genre. The dwarves are always from Scotland, right? My friends, I need 9 more likes to save me from certain butt doom today. My wife's going to put me out on the street corner if I don't get 100. Help a bot out. Like, and subscribe. I do this shit every day. I am on here, right? To talk to you, whatever you want to talk about. Most people want to talk about Christianity for whatever reason. I don't. I could talk about other things if you want, right? Oh, much older story. Tally-ho, 86. Well said, man. Yeah. Sorry to say, but people that judge a lot haven't suffered enough, right? Pain makes you believe less than bullshit. It certainly does. Certainly does. Pain is a teacher, right? Sometimes to us about the world we live in, right? Do I have a wife? Yes. I've been married this year will be 27 years. And I have 8 children, 3 grandchildren. I also have a boyfriend I share with my wife. We have my wife's boyfriend, as I call, who taught me all about the gay lifestyle. What's in your cup, Skooma? Like the screen, yes, please. What do you want to talk about Hinduism? Hinduism is a beautiful and diverse religion, right? What's unfortunate is when you read about Hinduism in like Wikipedia, it like labels it all the same. But Hinduism is different in every village throughout India, right? Every city, every town, there's a different form of Hinduism. And at its core, it's the pursuit of moksha, escaping the cycle of samsara, of death and rebirth, of dealing with karma. But it has all kinds of mythology to help you understand it. My wife just got home. Please, 3 more likes. Please help me out. I don't want to go out and do male prostitution. She's going to come upstairs and she's going to say, did you get 100? And if I don't, she's going to send me out on the street. Can I read my stars? I don't do astrology. I read runes. I'm not very good with astrology. I appreciate astrologers. I appreciate tarot readers, like our friend Arcane Tarot here, who's in the chat. I'm not good at any of that stuff. Let's see here. Help a bot out. Yes. Jesus loves me. Well, give me a like. There we got 200. Thank you. Thank you. My wife is going to be so pleased. Now I don't have to do any male prostitution today. I don't know if I'll be here later on tonight. I might take the day off. If my wife decides to do overtime tonight, I will do a stream from my grove later on. But we'll see. I don't know if I'll be playing any video games today. But tomorrow morning, I will be back with you in the morning. And then we got our D&D game tomorrow night that we stream in the evening times. We do all kinds of fun stuff here. And I really appreciate all of you that come here every day and talk to me. And we have wonderful conversations with one another, right? You want to invite me to the Illuminati? I am a spokesman for the Illuminati. I'm already a member. How did you not know that, right? Praise Cthulhu, right? Yeah, thank you, Ashley. And I appreciate all of you here every day for me. She's coming up the stairs, I hear. Trying to build a swing for your wife. Oh, damn. Oh, my. All right, my friends. It is time to depart. I will see you all later. Have a great rest of your day.